student, please, ma'am. As I exchange intimate details of my marriage with a troon on the sidewalk. Can I have an outline with that, please? Bryan, your story continues tonight. Without mercy. No half measures at performance. A masterclass, if ever there were one, in how it's done. Bryan. So, we're gonna do a quick recap of events. Then, I'm gonna give you the first of a few nuclear drops, just so you know I mean business, Bryan. And then we're gonna cycle through literally a full script that's been written on you, bruh. Look at that. A full screenplay of Bryan's life. As I go through it page by page. And at the end of it, Bryan, this is 2016, ain't got nothing on this, bruh. Them outlines, bruh, tip of the ice. We had to leave that out of the script, quite frankly, bruh. So, Bryan, you thought you could swing at the king. What did I always tell you, bruh? What did I always say? If you swing at the king, Bryan, you better not miss. So without further ado, let's just get right into the news. What could this be? What's this? My family! Can I give you a hand job with my mouth? Please, ma'am?
My child arrived just the other day. She came to the world in the usual way. But there was chaos to run and slurs to say. She learned to walk while I was away. And she was talking before I knew it. And as she grew, she said, I'm gonna be like you, Dad. You know I'm gonna be like you. And I'm true, kind of underscored and calling them true. Keep on trauma and jobs will come the moon. When you log it off, Dad, I don't know when. But we'll get together then. Yeah, you know we'll have a good time then. My daughter turned 10 the other day. She said thanks for the doll, Dad. Come on, let's play. I'm sorry, baby. Daddy's doing his thing today. I have to call this guy and heaven. She said that's okay. So
Oops, fuck!
and her smile to dim. I said, why don't you say hi to him? Yeah, why don't you say hi to him?
I was really drunk. You don't know what it's like.
She came home from college just the other day. So much like a woman, I just had to say, daughter, I'm proud of you. Care to sit on down? She shook her head and said with a frown, well, I really like that.
Are you sitting comfortably, Bryan?
Creeps, can you tell me, please? And I'm screaming, but I want this board and calling them true. Keep on strong and jobs will come move. When you're long enough that I don't know when, but we'll get then, yeah, you know we'll have a good time then.
I've been wanting to do this, Bryan, for years. I was held back.
Time, my wife's moved away. Called my daughter up.
I allowed myself to be held
Glad to
back.
see you.
I allowed my hands to be tied. Look at this. Unchained, Bryan. Without shackles. Look at that. Free to cut your Bryan.
My girl was just like me.
I will slit your throat. Excuse me, please, ma'am. How much is this drywall? So as I was saying, Roxo's a pedophile. We have to thank Ace Salieri for that musical accompaniment there as we begin the show. In earnest, really. Now, if you don't know, you probably should know, folks. We did an aborted crucifixion of Bryan, not but like 4 moons ago. It was aborted, not because of our free choice to do so. It was because Bryan struck again. Eternal flaggard Bryan Dunn flagged down the stream. Mid-birth. Tonight, he won't be allowed to do it. Tonight, his story continues. We hadn't really even dived in to the first of the nuclear drops that I was saving. Really, I wanted to lay out the fact that he lied about being sent child pornography on air in order to win clout to go against his perceived enemies. I wanted to lay out just the opening salvo pancakes. The opening salvo of Bryan conversing with a troon. All of that and more. That's all we really managed to get through, really. Bizarrely, 2-3 pages of this? I mean, Bryan, did you really think you begging for it to be over, you begging for the end, would stop me? All these years, Bryan, you think that would stop me from doing what God has divined that I have to do? The righteous justice that I have to enact as king of the sector. You thought that would stop me, Bryan? Well, let me show you, momentarily, just how far I am willing to go, Bryan. Because my limits, you cannot comprehend. Just know for a fact, Bryan Dunn, I have it all. Everything. In a leather-bound book. So, let's get into where we left off, shall we? Flag down, we had 2 children of Tsushima. 2 sons of Tsushima, you might say. Sort of wondering what the fuck was going on.
Bryan, just because he took down Godwinson's channel doesn't mean that it's over, buddy. It's not over. We the people, we demand justice. We are gonna hold your feet to the fire.
To the fire!
And we're gonna hold it pretty good. Remember, Bryan, you're the one who betrayed me. And anybody else who's gonna support Bryan, be sure that your feet are gonna be held to the fire as well.
All of you
Alright?
will burn with him.
The future is coming.
My promise. Sha. Alright, so that was Ninja. But we also had another son of Tsushima. Student of the Need... What is it? What do I call them? Need Samurai. Dojo. Whatever the fuck. We also had another faggot who, found content in this.
Bryan, you did a stream, bruh, where you were sent a text on air and pretended to the audience that you were sent child pornography. You lied about the context of that.
Again, this is normal. The man lies about child pornography. Again, like it's just his sickness. The man needs to do this. I don't know why. Maybe he was molested by his father. I don't know. It's not my place to pry into the man's, business like that. That's the rumor. But the man has some problems. And the least you could do is let him play with you on Discord. You've spent years with him. This is like Godwinson befriends a homeless man. And he befriends this homeless man for years, and he builds him up. And then he does a stream where he's like, this homeless man hears voices. This homeless man don't have a job. It's like, yes. Yes, we know this. He's a homeless man. This is news only to you.
So the two sons of Tsushima weigh in on the Bryan question. But you know who also weighed in? Also weighed in on this one. Remember this faggot? It's Bryan's best friend online!
So he wanted me to join VC and he wanted to show it to me, and I said, that's disgusting, Bryan, I never want to see this tape, so I left. But I know...
It? Tape? Voice grossly offensive back from the dead? What could this mean? Could it mean that Bryan had obtained a sex tape of Maddie Cat the Troon, the thing of which he was talking to outside of the sanctity of his own marriage? Bryan had a tape of the tranny's pornography that he was hawking around. Roll up, roll up. Look at what I've got. Best friend online, gross offensive.
So he wanted me to join VC and he wanted to show it to me, and I said, that's disgusting, Bryan, I never want to see this tape, so I left. But I know... No. He hits me up and he says, I have crazy news, you're not going to believe this, you need to get in the VC. And I got in the VC and he was like, I got the tape.
I got the tape, grossly!
What do you mean you've got the tape? What tape? He goes, I've got the tape. He said, you're going to have to be more specific.
Excuse me, man, can I understand a bit strudel, please?
Tape?
By the way, grossly, I got the tape of some tranny I'm fucking messaging and VCing at 24/7. I got the tape of her sucking my penis, grossly. By the way, how much is this drywall, please, man? Yeah, so as I was saying, grossly, I got the tape. You want to see it?
And he goes, I got the Maddie Cat.
I got the Maddie Cat tape,
Oh,
grossly.
shit. I think my mum's knocking on my door. I'm going to have to go.
Oh, I gotta go now, grossly. My mom's on knocking on the door.
I said, oh,
I gotta
shit.
go.
I think my mum's knocking on my door. I'm going to have to go.
I gotta go, grossly.
He's like, wait.
Wait.
He goes, I got the Maddie Cat tape. I said, oh, shit. I think my mum's knocking on my door. I'm going to have to go, Bryan. And he was like, wait.
Wait. I can show your mum too, grossly.
I'm going. And I left immediately.
I left immediately, I bet. Another snake in the barrel there. How baffling. How far does this go, Bryan? Well, I wasn't going to include this. I want you to know that. But, I'm including it on 2 times speed. What's this one?
To the saga that is Bryan and the trannies there. I mean, I thought after the second video that I did, it would just be swept under the rug, like everything else.
It's the penguin, man.
Flirting with trannies.
We'll let him say
Everyone
his
would make
piece
fun of him for about a week or so.
times
He'd throw a little meltdown here and there, and then everyone would get bored and they'd move on to something else. Like, I was going to do a fucking Shoe on Head video, and I still want to. I still intend to. Because I got a lot to talk about about some recent developments.
Got a lot to talk about on Shoe and Head.
That has to be put on the fucking back burner now, because apparently Bryan Dunn is infinite wisdom, and that society is going to double down on the autism. Instead of bending the knee, he's like, okay, you guys got me. I flirted with the tranny. Oh, you got me. You guys are so funny. No, he's decided to, again, double down by, oh, look at a fucking flagging spray. Oh yeah, he's flagging everyone. He ain't fucking around. You want to talk about him flirting with a fucking trainee on the side of the road while Bryan's on his way to work there? You want to make fun of him for that? You better prepare to get your shit flagged. you better believe your YouTube channel, or the YouTube channel of someone you stream with. You better believe that shit's gonna get taken down. If you dare decide to point and laugh at Bryan Dunn, flirting with fucking trannies. Now, if you haven't been paying attention, there earlier Godwinson decided he was gonna go live. He was gonna nail the coffin shut on old Bryan Dunn. He's gonna put Bryan Dunn in this fucking place.
You don't know what it's
Bryan,
like.
the homo guy, was about to be shoved into the closet once more by Godwinson. Now, he went all over the tranny shit. He read the DMs between Bryan and Maddie Cat there. He listened to a bit of an audio where he was flirting with the Troon while ordering a cheese Danish right before he went to work there.
I have a cinnamon strudel, please, ma'am.
And he was reading the fucking DMs in a voice that I can only describe as... Well, basically, imagine for a moment if Ethan Ralph trooned out, okay? Ethan Ralph finally had enough. He's going to become a pretty lady. He's going to put on a little dress. He's going to put on a pair of high heels and grow his hair long. He's going to take some HRT. He's going to take some estrogen. And the end result, voice-wise, is what Godwinson sounded like on that stream there. But it was getting good.
My family think I'm a crazy gay man.
I haven't really enjoyed any of Godwinson's streams lately, so it was nice, you know.
On the internet.
Nice watching someone else point and laugh at Bryan Dunn's antics that isn't me or Cog. As far as I can tell, that's like the only two people that have really did videos or streams talking about this shit. Unless you want to count Kino Casino, but they're on some goddamn throwaway fucking sharing platform, so who really gives a shit? But anyway, Bryan was a bit angry that, little Adam was pointing and laughing at the fact that he was flirting with trannies while being a married man, and as a result of that, he flagged Godwinson. But that's not all. Oh, no. See, it'd be one thing if the stream in question was just taken down and then, that sucks. But hey, at least Adam still has a channel, so he can waste no time firing up a new live stream, right? Well, not this time, because Bryan made sure that Godwinson felt his homosexual wrath. And as a result of Bryan being the big angry, Godwinson's channel is no more. Poof, it's fucking done. No more channel for Godwinson. At least for right now. He'll be back. Don't get me wrong, he'll be fucking back. You can't get rid of that fucking Brit Bong, I tell you that. Anyway.
Can't get rid of me, Bryan. So that was the Penguin Man weighing in. Couple more things just very quickly. Because on the 20th minute, I dropped the first of my nuclear bombs, Bryan. Minute 20 is where this sort of pedestrian level introduction hits something else. So sit, take a seat. Take a seat. Join your dad, bruh, and take a seat. So where last we sort of left off, really, just the last of our fucking recap on this.
Because Bryan Dunn wants you to believe, folks. He wants you to believe that he's a family man, that he's a spear fisherman, that he's a subsistence farmer there in town. For one night only. On this Halloween Eve, or whenever the fuck this is going up, it's Kino-in, PvPwinson, back for one night only. Whoa, if only I had a lighter there, I could wave it there. Back today! Whoa, for one night only. What do you mean? What? Bryan Dunn doesn't do gay ops. Bryan Dunn's not sitting in 1,500 fucking Discords and 20 different alternate Kiwi Farms accounts. But he is. He's a fucking snake bastard. He's even snaked at him. This guy's a fucking nutter. He's a nutter, and he's even snaked at him. This guy's a fucking nutter. He's a nutter, and he's even snaked at him. This guy's a fucking nutter. He's a nutter, and he's even snaked at him. This guy, he's a fucking snake bastard. He's even snaked at him. This guy's a fucking nutter. He's a nutter, and he's a faggot lusting after tranny cock.
Preach it, brother. Alright, so we did promise that on the 20th minute we dropped the first of our nuclear drops. And I feel it fitting, really, to this one. Now, I'll just actually see if I'm live. Because we've done a few streams of late where we've literally been streaming to no one. On one of the streams, I actually forgot to press record. I actually just spoke into the microphone, into the phone, for like an hour. And then I went, oh, I'm actually not even streaming. The show always must go on. I think we are streaming.
The streams.
I guess we're streaming.
Got to press.
Streaming.
I actually just spoken to
So,
into the
real. Happening.
Alright.
So, are you sitting comfortably, Bryan Dunn? No, I'm not I'm not over-promising this one. This isn't always deliver, folks. That's the true message of the Kino Dogma 2007. Always deliver. And basically, the showmanship, the kayfabe, the entertainment really should belay something that's true and real and not fake and gay. Be fake and gay around the truth, but always have it there. Always watch the skies. Always believe. You ready, Bryan? I've been wanting to do this for years. Let's get this one lined up, because I did need an accompaniment as I did this. Alright, Bryan, so maybe it's time to log off. Maybe it's time to practice what you preach to all and sundry and actually take on those words that no one's listening to. Why don't you log off, Bryan? Because as far as I'm aware, none of us are dying of our internet addiction, are they, Bryan? Now, if you pull the stream now, Persev, it's all over. Because I'll just do it somewhere else. So, hold the line, Persev. Because I'm going in, like little Bo Peep. This is Bryan, who's gone. I haven't been feeling good due to work and shit. I'm taking a small hiatus till work slows down enough that my heart doesn't feel like exploding. What does that mean? Bryan's heart. I'm going to the doctor soon, but felt like I almost had a light heart attack recently, and my blood pressure has been up. The clinic says it's due to some stress and a combination of other things, so I'm going to take it easy. Bear in mind when this was sent. So I'm going to take it easy and schedule a checkup with the primary care and possible blood work. Right, now, we've all heard the stories of Bryan crying. Well, how many of us have actually received the same DM from Bryan saying he's stressed, saying he's gonna see a doctor? How many have? Show of hands, because I'm pretty sure we all have. Even the sock puppet troons that Bryan VCs on a 12-hour basis every day. Pretty sure we've all heard that one. But this time, it's real. So the doctors, they say I have pulmonary hypertension and want to run tests on my heart. Elevated blood pressure too. They think it's related to stress and whatever I've been doing to increase my anger. Blood sports may kill me, brother. Blood sports may kill me, brother. At that point, when the doctor's literally telling you to log off, probably time to stop. You gotta learn to relax. I mean, start drinking tea.
I keep forgetting I'm halfway to 40.
I think he's a bit further along now as well. I still want to drink nigger's blood. I may have a heart attack live on air, slitting some faggot's blood. Is he going to slit his own throat? Is he going to be doing some, like, slitting of his own throat? Some self-immolation there? I may have a heart attack live on air, slitting some faggot's blood. Let's go! Now half measure! I got some medicine for it, though. That helps with blood flow and blood oxygenation. Gotta take one a day. Gotta take one a day. Now, surely this is Bryan just being a faggot and wanting attention and validation from his friends in the sector. It's all bullshit. It's all lies. It's just Bryan going off and bullshitting once more. Now, I thought, okay, been here before, same old song and dance. Well, here's the doctor's surgery.
I'm still at the doctor's now, though. Apparently, all my symptoms point to it, though.
Also, I'm not allowed to slam Celsius energy drinks. Like, yeah, I've been drinking 3 Celsius energies a day for like 2 months. And this was at the beginning of August. If you've just joined, the doctors are literally telling Bryan to stop because he's having heart attacks over the internet. That's where we're at.
But yeah, doctor said, with my chest and the breathing and the feeling of
About to have a heart attack, and my lungs feeling like I can't get the air, and always dizzy or lightheaded for now. About 3 weeks. It's pulmonary hypertension. They got me on They got me on a blood oxygen medicine, and I gotta get blood work done. Maybe log off, Bryan. Maybe the doctors, like, listen to them. Well, doctor said I can't be doing high-stress stuff often. And I asked, I asked the doctor, what if I'm constantly angry and yelling at people? And the doctor said, stop that. The doctor said, stop that. What if I'm Bryan Dunn? Just stop. What if I'm the Queen of Paul on the end? Stop. Just stop.
blood spots may kill me unironically, boys.
Blood sports may kill me unironically, boys. Doctor thinks it's due to my energy intake also, but to be honest, I was having about 3 to 4 a day for 2 months straight, just to function. Just to function. But all of the doctors and the Swannings and the family think I'm a crazy gay man. Is this one too low? You know what? I'll show it anyway, and you can decide. I thought I was having a heart attack a few weeks ago, but I'm at the lab now. I was telling Ralph about it. I'll be on Friday night. He's at the lab now. I have a song lined up for this one. Not this. Just bear with me. Who wants to hear Bryan described the heart attack he had whilst scrolling through Kiwi Farms. We do.
Well, yeah! My left arm started to go numb, and I felt like I was gonna black out, and I couldn't breathe. It was wild. I chilled out. I started my medicine yesterday. I feel amazing today. I can breathe, for one. The doctor told me I have to lay off the energy drinks for a while and do like tea or coffee. No espresso. And do it every other day, it may be fine, but for now, let's see how this blood flow medicine works. So far, it makes me feel good. Energy-wise, I feel amazing. I feel so energized to talk to troons that aren't my wife for 12 hours a day on Discord. And also, I can fuck more often. Also, he can fuck more often, guys. Bryan Unbound. Bryan's coming to a troon near you. I don't care, Bryan. Makes me feel like I'm 18 again. But I noticed after 2 hours it was working. Suspicious blood flow medicines that the doctor prescribes you that sort of make you fuck more. Isn't that just like Viagra, Bryan? But you know what? Don't tell me to log off! Don't tell me that my family think I'm a crazy gay man on the internet, because you don't know what it's like! You don't know what it's like! I'm just old, bro! I'm halfway to 40. I don't know if I can yell at retards much longer online on a constant basis. But I need a funny pig clips photo or clip. Like Bryan. Bryan. I can't do this anymore. I'm having heart attacks. But I need that pig clips photo though. I need that clip though. Don't feel bad, Bryan. You'll never win. Faggot! Identified. I'm having heart attacks! The doctor's telling me to log off! So, let me tell you how to be a parent online whilst I look like this. The ancient sky plots have also been unearthed, Bryan. Masterful. Something called something called daffodil, which the doctor said is for pulmonary hypertension, 5 milligram.
It's supposed to widen my arteries and superoxygenate my blood vessels to reduce blood pressure and relieve the lungs and heart. The shit does work! I could tell after a few hours my lightheadedness and dizziness and tightness in chest just disappeared, and I felt a lot of energy and I could breathe. It's been that way for about a month. Also, it made me fuck the shit out of my wife like a rabbit. Felt young again. Could just breathe. Outline PTSD kicking in yet, Bryan? Is it kicking in yet, Bryan?
Yeah, brother, sorry. I was a little high and on edge.
Outline stream PTSD kicked in. Getting flashbacks. This enough of a flashback for you, Bryan? That's the first of the nuclear level drops. We've got a show to get on with. But be assured that there is more. A great deal more. I'm not going to tease this one, really. Till I get a bit further in. But rest assured, Bryan, the dossier is coming out tonight. The whole 9 yards. We're going the whole 9 yards just for you, bro. So, rest assured. Now, oh, that's good. It's good to see you're all watching. Look at this chat. Look at that. There we are, look. It's how it's done. Watch and learn. How difficult is it? But I guess some of you just ain't got it. All right. Here's Bryan dressed as the Pope. What a godly, saintly man. Innocent of all crimes and all sins. Divine. So, this is where I want to go now. Are you with me?
Turn it off, turn it off. It's time to stop, Bryan. It's time to stop. Do it for your family. Stop thinking about those tranny penises. Come back to us, Bryan. Touch grass. Touch grass already.
Oh, but Asa, Bryan has touched grass. Don't you recall? Don't you recall Asa, the antediluvian king of the internet? Don't you recall that time when Bryan did touch grass? We're going to show you 2 instances of where Bryan touched grass. This is writing at its finest. And then we can compare and contrast the 2 instances of where Bryan touched grass. No decade of Bryan is spared from this one. No year of Bryan's life will escape the wrath of me tonight. And I'm going to take you back to the year Gamergate was at its peak. Hey, what's up, Gamergate?
What's up, Gamergate? You guys getting fit for that charity fight? Come on, Ralphie. Come on, Ralphie. You want it so fucking bad.
Sargon, what do you think? Because I could fill you in about what happened on the holiday, at least on the concentration camps.
Okay, I'm curious. I mean, it's not like...
So, just so you know, the height of Gamergate, Pete Faggotry. These assembled kings and Bryan Dunn, leader of them, leader of Gamergate, king of Poll. Bryan Dunn was challenging Ethan Ralph to charity boxing fights in the name of ethics and video games journalism. And Sargon had convened a stream, or Jim had convened a stream, one of the faggots had convened a stream where Bryan Dunn appeared and denied the Holocaust and turbo nuked the first iteration of his internet career.
The anti-Gamergate people.
This was sort of the proto-outline. If you really want to know sort of Bryan, I mean, give or take a few Sons of Kashima antics, but you really want the TLDR on Bryan, king of Gamergate, denies the Holocaust on the stream where Jim bizarrely fingers his wife. DSP shit. Sort of woven in. Then, outline stream drops. Then, more frantic happenings going on Discord. Then, this. Deliverance. The Godwinson stream. That's the 3 key historical points of Bryan's life. Now, we're going to cover other historical points in this making of a Bryan, but they're the 3. Right there.
Don't call you an anti-Semite already, so go on.
I mean, I don't know. Well, listen. Let's be fairly honest, okay? And then if you look at the schematics of the concentration camps themselves, at least the gas chambers, you'd be really surprised at how that really goes. But
so what you're saying is the Nazis didn't actually perpetrate the Holocaust?
no, I didn't say that. But
I didn't say that!
there's more to it.
Fuck you! You're trying to swap my wife!
Okay, this is directly to you, Phil.
You're about to get some home inspection knowledge. Okay, I would beat your ass. Not even joking.
I'm gonna kick your ass!
So bad.
You're casting blood runes on me, Vanna! You got me banned from Norway!
King of Pool is spurty. He's easily baited into shit. We've talked to each other on Skype occasionally. I've played a video game with him twice.
I got Jim and Jade together.
So, what you heard there was Jim saying on the legendary Outline stream that he played a video game with Bryan twice. I know nothing of Bryan apart from him being a homosexual. But Bryan, of course, has been running around town for years saying that he was the one that introduced Jim to Jade on Skype, and therefore he should have had a place to the wedding. He's been running around for nigh on a decade, decrying the fact that he wasn't invited to Jim's wedding because he was ultimately responsible for that coupling. And here's Jim just saying, I have no knowledge of this.
And we're best buddies. And also, Paul, if you listen to this, my name isn't fucking leverage for you to swing about like it's a country.
Yeah, you hear that, bro?
My name isn't fucking leverage for you to swing around all over town for clout, to bolster your own reputation. You hear that, Bryan? Because you didn't hear it back then, bro. You didn't hear it back then. Are you hearing it now, bro? My name isn't leverage for you to swing all around town. Are you hearing now? 7 years later, Bryan? Somehow, I just don't think you are.
I have a good feeling you're probably going to hate me.
I want to say this much, Ross. I don't know if you touched a kid or not. Understand? Shut up, man. I don't need more people talking about raping my wife.
They're raping my wife!
Like, people made a deal on the fact that I left the discourse divider like the actual pedophile. Well, Gary, you're ridiculous.
Fucking pussy, right?
I'm a what?
I'm a what now?
Let me read it to you. I posted on April the 7th. I was sexting naked ape. Are you kidding me? Imagine what happened if the internet found out that, I was bisexual.
Yeah, if they got facial hair.
Bisexual Bryan.
Yes, I want to see anything.
Remember, folks, it's not Bryan with a Y. It's Bryan with an I. Keep that one in mind. Bye, Bryan.
I'd fuck with his ass. No, I don't give a fuck. I'd tie him up. No, liberals is gay. I'm the right kind of gay.
He's
the right kind of gay, folks. He's the right kind of gay.
Swear you're not gonna fucking... This isn't gonna go into Kiwi Farm.
No!
The right kind of gay. Now, the first time that Bryan touched grass, you saw him there running in the field of Gamergate. You sort of wondered, what's this faggot doing? And you were right in your correct assumption that that was a faggot. And all that came out later of him lusting after a man's penis, or shall I say outline, all bore to be true. But here is Bryan, years after the fact, not but like 5 moons ago. And this is the Bryan that he wants you to believe is real. Now we're doing a bit of writing here as we compare and contrast that Bryan, this Bryan, and the Bryan that Bryan thinks is Bryan. And he wants you to believe is Bryan. So here he is, kneeling at the shrine, in Ghost of Tsushima's side quest.
Call me Bryan.
Call me Bryan.
Ready? Alright, there we go, we're live.
Now, you might wonder, this poor faggot, why does all of this stuff keep happening to him? Why all this? How do they know who Bryan is? Well, because Bryan kneels in the grass on laybys, doing streams like this with his work helmet pointed to the camera, with the logo on, wearing his work uniform as he goes off.
It's King of Pole.
It's King of Pole.
Call me Bryan.
Call me Bryan.
We're gonna drop the act today.
He's dropping the act today. It's all a fiction, guys. He's just a regular Joe with a cowboy hat on, kneeling in the long grass. This is his everyday life. He's not just talking to troons on the internet 12 hours a day. He's not begging other men for pictures of their penises. He's not plotting to slit the throats of his enemies. He's not sitting in doctors' surgeries, awaiting the verdict of doctors who are telling him purely to log off to save his heart. No, this is just Bryan, family man, literally touching the grass.
I don't know how to really start this. So yesterday, some of you may know, on a stream.
Yesterday, I lied about being sent CP live on air.
There was an incident that happened.
Name the incident, Bryan. So this is literally moments after he's apparently sent CP. Why don't you name the incident, Bryan? Is it because you're trying to sweep it up? Is it because you're trying to memory hole this and everything else? Well, I won't let it be memory hole.
Law enforcement stuff. And
just some law enforcement stuff. I can't get into it though.
I've been dealing with it constantly.
I've been dealing with it all the time. I don't know why. Because I'm constantly dealing in this grass and show my work uniform and my work helmet. I don't know why I'm constantly dealing with this shit.
We'll just talk about it.
We'll just talk about it though. Please, ma'am.
When I'm online, when I'm the King of Pole.
I'm a persona.
Exceptional detective, outline man.
Outline man. Look at how he refers himself as. These are the monikers of which Bryan Dunn, Esquire, introduces himself as like formal titles, right? So formal title 1, we've got Bryan Dunn. Formal title 2, we have the King of Pole. Formal title 3, the Outline Man.
When I do my show, when I'm online, when I'm the King of Pole, the exceptional detective, outline man.
Outline man.
You don't talk to me and you don't really know me. You just assume I'm some crazy person.
You just assume I'm a crazy gay man on the internet.
I put on a show. It's a joke. It's
all fun and games, isn't it, Bryan?
It's not real. Like I'm not running around actually.
I'm not actually being Bryan Dunn. It's all a joke. It's all a lie. The evidence of my antics isn't real.
Interacting in a certain way.
I'm here touching grass to believe.
I want to believe, Bryan. You make it difficult.
It resonates with that.
I'm just stroking the grass here, and not another man's penis.
Doing stuff.
Hey, can I give you a blowjob with my mouth?
In the Bryan zone. And,
he doesn't live in the Bryan zone.
It seems to be misunderstood by a lot of people. I think a lot of people online, you guys...
you don't understand. I'm constantly touching grass.
And sometimes myself included in the times when I'm making jokes and talking to people and going hard. A lot of the internet blood sports stuff and the things you see on the show, I intentionally ape up.
He apes it up. He intentionally apes up being sent child pornography on the show to make a great show. It's just what he does. It's all a fiction. It's all a lie. Now, I've just been informed, ladies and gentlemen, that the first of our nuclear drops was enough to make Bryan just check out. He's already tapped out. Well, I'm not releasing this chokehold, Bryan. Oh, Bryan. This is how I know what I'm doing is righteous, Bryan. Oh, Bryan. That won't stop me. I have everything screen capped and downloaded, Bryan. You think I'm an amateur? You think I'm you? That's how I know it's working, by the way. So as we explore this enigma that is Bryan, this persona, he's not really the Bryan Dunn that we all know and despise. No, he's out there in a cowboy hat, kneeling in the grass, the ghost of Tsushima. It's Bryan Dunn, the real Bryan. Well, perhaps the real Bryan is this.
Remember said he was going to sell Eric's children into prostitution.
I mean, what's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that?
Warhammer said he was going to sell Eric's children into prostitution.
I mean, what's wrong with that?
They're coming after my kids. You don't know what it's like.
Sell Eric's children into prostitution.
I mean, what's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that? Bryan Dunn in his own words. Now, you might think that, it's just Bryan doing a show, and the real Bryan, we've just seen there, kneeling in that long grass, stroking the blades a bit. The real Bryan's life isn't purely this, and doesn't have actual parts of Bryan's life, the real tangible aspects of Bryan's life, constantly encroach it as he screams about killing other people, as he screams about paedophilia and child abuse. You might think that that's all just bullshit and lies. Well, here's the smoking outline of that one, Bryan. Disputing the fact that you and everything about you belongs here.
You can't even sit there and say you don't even have your kids. You couldn't even sit there and go, I do have my kids. I go grab mine right now.
I'll get my kid right now.
Right now, Eric. Where's your kids at, bitch? Where's your kids at, Eric? It's a good thing that you're the only pedophile here, Eric. You're the only one. You're the only one that's ever been accused of actually being a pedophile, Eric. You're the only one that the state was like, maybe you don't need to have kids, bro. Go live in this fucking single apartment.
You're a pedophile!
Where's your kids, Eric? Go get one right now. Prove me wrong. Blow me out right now.
Oh, yeah. Bring the children here.
Well, you said you got your kids with you. You said, I got both of my kids. You started this.
I'm surrounded by my kids now.
Everyone fucking children.
My kids are hearing me say this and scream this into the internet.
If that's true, Eric, and the state said you're allowed to be around your children again, Eric, then you should be able to grab them on the microphone right now. Here, hold on, bro.
Hold on, here's my kid.
I got you, hold on.
I will go really fucking thirsty.
Come here.
Come here, child. Let me parade you. Let me bring you on this stream, so I can own these apparent pedophiles.
Okay.
Hey, Eric. Hey, go play, baby. Go play. Go play, Daddy. Daddy's doing his thing.
Daddy's doing his thing.
Yeah. I'm almost done.
He's almost done.
Go play with mommy, okay?
Daddy's just doing his thing. Go play with mommy,
I'll be right
okay?
back. I'll talk to your weird ass in a minute.
Go play with mommy, okay? The real Bryan actually has family members begging him to stop. The real Bryan actually has his infant daughter clawing at his legs, begging him to stop screaming about pedophiles on the internet. The real Bryan is what you've just seen there in that disgusting spectacle. The real Bryan is actually holding back his loving family as he thirsts for traps on the internet. The real Bryan is a piece of shit. Straight up. The real Bryan, genuinely, is the worst of humanity. Real. But what makes a Bryan? Let's just enhance that clip that we've just heard there. Makes
You have your kids. You couldn't even sit there and go, I do have my kids. I go grab mine right now.
I got mine right now.
I'm going to get mine right now, Eric. Where's your kids at, bitch? Where's your kids at, Eric? It's a good thing that you're the only pedophile here, Eric. You're the only one. You're the only one that's ever been accused of actually being a pedophile, Eric. You're the only one that the state was like, maybe you don't need to have kids, bro. You go live in this fucking single apartment.
The only one.
Yeah. Didn't you follow it?
The only pedophile here. The only pedophile here. You just heard that. He's the only one. The real pedophile is over there. That's what you just heard there. From Bryan Dunn, of all people. The real pedophile is over there. The real pedophile didn't raise me. The real pedophile didn't molest me in my formative years. The real pedophile just a lot here. You just have to... The real pedophile isn't Robert E. Dunn, father of Bryan Dunn. The real pedophile's over there and isn't grandfather to my children. The real pedophile... This one's a rare one, by the way. This one is one that Bryan shared on a call with little old me, thinking I wouldn't be like, what the fuck? What the fuck, Bryan? He's still seeing you, kid. What are you doing? This is a man who's legit convicted of crimes against children. I'm just thinking about Dad. Wait, the same dad that... The same dad that... Wait, Bryan. Wait a minute, Bryan. The same dad that... The same dad that has in the Circuit Court of Florida for Hillsborough County in the state of Florida a plea of guilty for the following crimes: child abuse, and a litany of other charges. The pedophile, Robert E. Dunn, of Tranquility Lake Circle, apartment 108, Riverview, Florida. That's the same guy? Wait a minute. Who's the real Slim Shady, bruh? Who's the real pedophile? Oh, wait, Bryan. It's your dad, bruh. It's your daddy. It's literally your dad. That's who's the... The word pedophile's sort of thrown around the sector. Like nobody's business, but when we look at actual tangible court documents, Look at it like this. I mean, the real pedophile is, the real pedophile is Dunn, grandfather of Bryan's children, father of Bryan himself. And you better believe that Bryan's sexual proclivities, the way that we see Bryan now, was made, forged, and molested by this. Oops, fuck.
I just want an outline. My family think I'm a crazy gay man on the internet.
Your family's word is dog shit. Your family literally has within its ranks immediately a pedophile. And you. Weird, crazy, bisexual man lusting after penis on the internet. I'm enjoying myself. Alright. I timed that quite well. So, on the hour, I wanted to give the second of my nuclear level drops. Are you ready, folks? I want an ocean of ones if you're ready. Because at the top of the hour, I wanted to give the second of my nuclear level drops. This one will blow apart any truths, any behind-the-scenes shit that Bryan has with Ethan Ralph and Ethan Ralph's stuff. This one, away, that one. This one will Bryan out of the camp. Just like he's been flogged out of my camp. Ready, ladies and gentlemen? Because I know I am. Let me just see how the ones are doing. I'm going to need more. I'm going to need a great deal more. I might have to go. Oh, Persip's having his Padme moment. I'm going to need a few more, I'm thinking. I'm seeing a tsunami. I'm seeing the audience begging for the next nuclear drop. This one, I dedicate to Kino Shea, Randy Williams Esquire. This one is for you, sir. And join me as we light him up, as we do what Ninja says, and hold his feet to the fire, as this duplicitous, plotting sack of shit gets some just desserts. Sorry, Bryan! Alright, so my musical accompaniment to this, where is it? You wouldn't believe the amount of songs that we line up for these shows. And you wouldn't believe how difficult it is to find the correct one when we need it on time. So, just give me a moment. Because I'm enjoying this one a bit too much, and I need to get back into the zone. I need to get back into character. You shouldn't see me smile, really, because it breaks the performance. Really, you should see me sort of salivating and screaming and drinking the blood. So just allow me to compose myself. Okay. But you must admit that it's fucking difficult. It is very hard to do this with a straight face. All right, let's press that red button and bomb Bryoshima.
I'm gonna strangle this faggot staff with my bare hands.
This faggot staff, you might be thinking he's referring to notable Ethan Ralph staffer, Perspicacity. You might be thinking that that's a reference to that. Which Ethan Ralph staffer is Bryan gonna strangle with his bare hands? Well, he's going to... The amount of shit stirring and lying is unreal. I may slit that fucker's throat. I literally have zero beef with Grossly and Shampoo.
I literally have zero beef with Gross and Shampoo.
But I may slit that fucker's throat. I'm gonna strangle this faggot staff with my bare hands. Who could he be referring to if it's not little old, sweet old Lil Bo Peep Percy? Who could he be referring to? Now, it's not Shampoo. It's not Perspicacity. It's esoteric shaggyism. He's so shaggy, needs to stop being fucking stupid. All I did was donate. And Eso lost his mind. I may break his fucking hands so he can't type ever again. How I hate that faggot.
I mean, I'm just Bryan Dunn. I'm kneeling in the grass, literally touching it in a cowboy hat. It's all a persona.
It's all a character, but here's me saying I may break the fucking hands so he may never type again. Of how I hate that faggot. Esoteric shaggyism. Notable Ethan Ralph staffer. But don't take his word. Don't take my word for it. Take Bryan's word for it. As he goes into this autistic meltdown about, I want to strangle Eso faggot with my bare fucking hands. And this is Bryan, by the way, who publicly Eso Shaggy's peeing so he can get on Ralph's show. So he can get that call in on Ralph's show. Publicly. Bryan's all sweetness and light. Privately, Bryan's gonna strangle esoteric shaggyism with his bare hands. He's gonna slit that fucker's throat. He's gonna break his hands so he may never type again. How he hates that faggot. He's gonna strangle that faggot with his bare hands. Right. So I feel that that was enough to sort of stop Bryan from ever being allowed onto Ralph's show. But there's more nuclear drops to come. There's literally audio recordings, Bryan. Now, Bryan, at this point, I want you to know that, look, there's a great litany of things. There's a fucking whole archive that I have acquired of your antics. But I want you to be confident, Bryan, that I have literally everything. All of it. I am in possession of. And I just want to give you a teaser, audience. And the thing is, you know why Bryan flagged it down the other night? Because he knew what was coming. Like, the guy literally knew. And he knows that I haven't even delivered. He knows that of all of these nuclear drops, he knows I haven't even delivered, like, the worst one. So I'm just going to tease it. I'm going to prick tease it. I'm going to give you an outline of what's coming and what Bryan knows is coming. Alright, you know, just some standard shit here, just some... Alright. Little prick tease there. Little prick tease on that one. From orbit. Alright, so as we continue telling the tale of Bryan Dunn, I feel it apt to sort of move away from the nuclear carnage and sort of see where we're at, see where we are at this point in time, and try and figure out why Bryan does what he does. What? The making of a Bryan? That's the making of a Bryan. Forged by a pedophile and Jim. That practiced Jim Smuggle. That practiced Bryan. He's just laughing at the internet. He's just laughing at retards on the internet. That's all Bryan's doing. He ain't doing anything in the darkness. He's not doing anything that would warrant the attention that certainly this stream is giving him. It's just Bryan on the internet.
With the Bryan Dunn leaks. But, it's no surprise. Like, a few years ago, this guy was trying to get sex with troops and was trying to, get people to send dick pics to him because he wanted to jerk off and stuff. It was just kind of weird. So, even in 2018, it was kind of creepy. What's up, Rick Perry?
Forge Gang! I'm just painting the wider picture of how the sector, all of us, are united in shitting on Bryan.
Tonight. Man, it's
Even
really
Daddy
late
did.
here. But this is hilarious, dude. This guy, Bryan Dunn is something else. Now, I'm late. I am rather late to the party with this kind of stuff, and most of you watching this, you probably have already seen the DM leaks. And I've just kind of been, just kind of out. I've just kind of not been streaming. Maybe because there's nothing really to talk about. But anyways, the Forge Warhammer is back. And boy, do I have some funny shit to share. I haven't read all this, by the way. I saved this for you. So this is courtesy of Ghost of Niccolo. So Ghost of Niccolo, thank you for sharing these leaks. And also thank you, Dark Ninja. Sha.
That was what I was waiting for. So, we are going to look at Bryan's extramarital activities of late. Because it doesn't just extend to, him being gay. It actually is worse than that. It's like anything that moves, Bryan is like a hound for. You might remember, we'll just do this one quickly, as we open up a case file on Bryan and his extramarital activities. So join me after this. It's the Bryan files.
I'm gonna A-log the aliens! Why does this keep happening to me?
There he is, look. He's photoshopped himself on Agent Mulder's FBI badge. What's up, Gamergate? He's going to be talking about the orbs and Gamergate. Alright. Marvelous, the Exceptional Detective. It was created by Mr. Nasty. The truth is indeed out there, Bryan. Trust me, the truth is indeed out there. Now, what I wanted to do, as we've queued up Ninja, as we've queued up opening the file, what I wanted to do was not talk about the most prominent, infamous of the leaks that have emerged. I wanted to highlight one that has sort of gone unnoticed. So you might be aware that, or you might not be aware, that a lot of this stuff started. So the stuff with Bryan lusting after a troon for 12 hours a day on Discord, that file actually came about when a woman called Olive Oil, who apparently spends her life posting on the Kiwi farms, many such cases, leaked her DMs to Dark Ninja to prove that she wasn't in love with Bryan and was in fact in love with Dark Ninja, I guess. And the Ninja is going to show you Bryan simping for Olive Oil in DMs. Now, Bryan's a married man, and as he was simping in these DMs, he was expecting the birth of his second child. I believe his wife at this point in time was so heavily pregnant, like we're at the point now where Bryan's wife has given birth. So that's how far along we are. So Bryan, honest, upstanding family man, was doing shit like this. And trust me, we'll playback speed ×2. Keep in mind, maybe that's too fast. Okay. All right. Keep in mind, sha. Bryan is a married man with a child on the way. Sha. The first clip is Bryan's DMs with Olive Oil on Twitter. Sha. Look at that. Did you see that? All right. We are going to enhance various sus DMs that Bryan is exchanging with another person that's not his wife. So we're going to enhance various sus DMs that Bryan exchanges with Olive Oil of Kiwi Farms. All right. Are you with me? You're hot to a woman that's not his wife. I'm just messing with you. You're funny, lol. Where are you from originally? If you ever want to chat, you can DM me on Discord, jokes aside. All right, Olive. Well, you know how to reach me. All I'm saying is, if you want to know me, then all you got to do is ask. I'm pretty reasonable, normal guy. That's all. You have a good day, all right. Just a little into the future. These get pretty bad. The Troon call gets pretty bad. But you know what's worse? Elaine's DMs with Bryan, which I have. All of Bryan. Everything. You're pretty, by the way. I'm sure you get that a lot, but I thought I'd end this on a good note. When you want to get to know me, just ask. You can call me Bryan. You got any hobby? We just missed that, but you got any hobbies? Again, you're funny. My Discord, my handle. I mean, that one was valuable. Let's just Captain. Just, I mean, bear in mind that this is on 2 times speed, and the amount of DMs that were exchanged with another man, with another woman, in fact, that's not his wife, is staggering. You really are scared to talk, huh? I don't blame you. All you know is psychopaths doing wild shit online. But not me! I'm just Bryan Dunn! Family man, touching grass. Can't you just tell me? I don't understand. All this. These fucking novels they're exchanging. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Are you watching my show? Thanks for enjoying it. Don't worry, Bryan. We're looking at the whole dynamic. Why you feel it apt to play around on your wife that's heavily pregnant. Because we'll be looking at the wife as well. We'll be looking at little old Hazel as well. We'll be trying to understand your mind and why you do what you do. And trust me, Vickers looking at a LinkedIn profile ain't got nothing on my shit. Ain't got nothing on this, bro. Take a seat.
Josh is a pedophile!
Alright, regardless, I'm just here to make content. I'm just a content creator. You know,
I saw you on Twitter, so I thought I'd say hi. That's about it. I'm not trying to cheat on my wife. Josh is a pedophile. Regardless, I mean,
He said that twice. How bizarre. Just keep sending it. Look at that. Did you see that? Let's enhance that. We might have to go back slightly. Well, we'll have to go back even further. 1 second. Right. You being cute, though, made it a factor, not gonna lie. I'll leave it at that, though. Bryan, you're a married man with 2 kids. One of the kids is actually in the womb of your wife, as you are sending messages like this to another woman that's not her. Bryan, you sit there and dare to judge another man's life? You sit there and dare to give not only marital advice, but advice on how to be a good father when you do this? To literal Discord, Kiwi farms, weird troon trannies in DM exchanges like this. This is how you live your life, bruh. You have no platform or podium or pulpit from which to judge another. You're an insect. A fucking cockroach, Bryan. And if ever you lose sight of that, just watch this stream and remind yourself of who you truly are. Faggot. Right, now it's time for the Discord DMs. If you thought those Twitter DMs were like, what the fuck's he doing? Discord DMs. They're actually worse, bizarrely. It's like he's unchained on Discord. I guess he assumes the character. I doxed you, Basil, he says. I doxed you, Basil. So admitting to doxing others.
But they're coming from my family, I don't know why.
I promise, beautiful. I promise, beautiful. He's just a ghost in this one, by the way. Okay, hand on heart, Dunn. Promise not to share this on Discord. Promise just to keep this between us. I promise, beautiful. Someone should show his wife this shit. We just missed him talking about how Godwinson's evil for doing this. Just him sending pictures of himself to her. There's so much. Just give them the old Bryan method. Cut that promo. No half measures. Go full Godwinson. Running round town with my name in your mouth? Here's what's really pissed me off, Bryan. You really want to know why I'm here doing this now? It's because, and I've just gone past them, but you're using my name to perform extramarital affairs with people that aren't your wife. You're sneaking into bitches' DMs on the internet, and in some cases not bitches, but abominations that are troons, and using my name as a way in, so you can thirst after them, so you can call them beautiful, so you can request pictures of them, and so you can request that they meet up with you in a motel that's not anywhere near your wife. That's why I'm pissed, Bryan. I'm pissed you're using my name round town because you're thirsty as fuck. I was nothing but loyal. Bryan, how did you think this was going? Did you think I wouldn't find out? Did you think I wouldn't read these DMs and hear voice recordings of you dropping my name in casual conversation in an attempt to get them to take their knickers off? Or their boxer shorts off? Did you genuinely think I wouldn't be tilted at that? These are the consequences of your actions, Bryan.
Go for Godwinson. I know him, by the way. I can get you on a stream with a Godwinson. All you gotta do is send me an outline of your penis. My family think I'm a crazy gay man on the internet.
I guess it's crashed. Alright, we are going to slow this down. This is this bitch saying, I love Godwinson. I want to talk about Godwinson and all of this. And this is Bryan entertaining it because he's thirsty as fuck.
No, I know Godwinson personally. I know everything about Godwinson.
Bryan, you knew nothing. You knew nothing on purpose. You were a homeless one that I lifted up. You were a literal animal in the street. You were a monkey that I put in a suit and laughed at for my own amusement. Anything that you thought you know, trust me, wasn't real. Anything that you believe of me was fed to you because I knew you were doing this. And I knew for years, Bryan. And it used to make me laugh when I heard something that I told you in confidence said back to me by some bitch that you were attempting to VC or DM. Because you know what, Bryan? You're an old faggot. Literally an old fag. And there's one thing a bitch don't want, and that's an old fag. And the reality is, if they're that thirsty for me, they slide up in my DMs, Bryan. And they tell me what you've been doing. And they tell me about all the weird encounters. And they send me all the DMs. And I go, well, we'll just chalk that one up for the inevitable show. For the inevitable crucifixion of Bryan. Did you really think it wasn't going to happen? Like, bro, look at yourself in the mirror, bro.
Look at me in my car. Here's a picture of me running my hand through my hair. Love me, Kiwi Farms Troon. Please let me cheat on my wife with you. Godwinson tried to snake me.
I was close friends with him for 4 years now, at least, maybe 6. You know what? Like, if we were close friends and that friendship was indeed reciprocated, you'd know how long we were friends, wouldn't you? You wouldn't be like 4 years, maybe 6. The reality was you were always kept on a string and you were always kept at bay because you are Bryan Dunn, the Outlines man. You are literally Bryan Dunn, notorious internet faggot. You were always kept on a leash. Any perceived friendship that you had with me? I mean, can you imagine being friends with a guy that you only talk to momentarily, once every 4 or 5 months? And in those calls, Adam's literally constantly reminding you of the fact that Jim did a stream on you about the Outlines. Hey, Bryan, why don't you tell me the story again of how Jim betrayed you? What's a GURPY, Bryan? The amount of times I asked Bryan what a GURPY was, when I knew the whole story that was coming. I was drunk, you don't know what it's like. I always had to sit back and enjoy myself for an hour or so on a Discord call while Bryan monologued and tried to obfuscate the obvious history that I knew. And I knew all the questions to ask, because don't forget, I was there anyway. Just listening to Bryan go off. Listening to him just do it. And you know what, Bryan? If you considered that a friendship, which you did, it warms the cockles of my heart that you have absolutely no self-esteem. Rest in peace, Bryan.
My family think I'm a crazy gay man on the internet. Why do they think that, Bryan? What's going on? Wait, what? I have no idea what's happening, Bryan. What do you mean your dad's a pedophile? What? I have no idea. I don't know anything about this. Oh, okay. Yeah, you were the leader of Gamergate. I remember. Yeah, I remember this, Bryan. I was close friends with him for 4 years now, at least, maybe 6. Nothing but loyal. The whole 9 yards. I wasn't running around town at every opportunity, saying to bitches I could get them on shows with Godwinson, promising them favours in return for whatever this bullshit extramarital affair was supposed to be. I never recorded a single call.
You know what, Bryan? The same ain't true of both sides.
I never recorded a single call.
How much of a fool do you feel now, Bryan? How much of a fucking faggot do you feel now, Bryan? What an idiot. What an absolute idiot. The reality is that every friend of Bryan... there's guys that have been recording Bryan, that Bryan calls his close friends, and still does call his close friends, that have been recording him for years. And you know what, Bryan? After every call that you have with these guys, I get a mega file upload, or whatever it is, a mega folder of that call. 9 times out of 10, I listen to the first 5 seconds and I go, Jesus. Because they're all 6 hours long. Sometimes I jump through the timestamps. And I hear you with my name in your mouth, running round town. And I go, all right. And I say back to them, thanks, you're doing the Lord's work. One day this will come in handy. Bryan, they're even recording you now. I've got a call that you had with one of your friends where you're screaming till you're blue in the face about how I'm lying about you flagging down my channel. I've got that recording of you saying that you're going to kill me and slit my throat and break my hands.
and strangle me to death with your hands. And that's a recording that you don't even know. And you, Bryan, you haven't had a private interaction in years. A lot of it sits on my laptop. Every one of your close personal friends that you consider are surveilling you for shit like this. All the time. So why'd you do it? And in some way, I think you know that it happens. In some way, I think you get off on it. In some way, I think you have like a weird sexual pleasure derived from this. All right.
Nothing but loyal, the whole 9 yards.
And he does this for Plate Gang because he's fucking Elaine. It's Mr. Massacre all over again. Same bullshit. Content. It's always just the content. I hate no internet friends. Bryan, you have no internet friends. Trust me. Look, and here's like the bitch that he's trying to like fuck and cheat on his wife with. You know, literally declaring her love for another person that's not Bryan. And Bryan's still pursuing it anyway. Now, they were the olive oil DMs that I felt were really important to get into. Because it kind of started all of this, and it kind of did get swept under the rug in favour of the bigger troon fish that is Maddiecat. Now, this one is about Maddiecat, and we're going to explore just what Bryan was doing and what he was thinking and why he was doing so. So, we're doing well on our numbers. Like, is this the highest viewed Persip stream ever? This chat is actually fucking crazy. Look at that. That's where we're at on the chat. So, what I wanted to do, really, introduce a few clips, go into a longer recording, then examine who this Maddiecat man is. And then, after we've done that, we've looked at olive oil, obviously, we're going to look at why Bryan's doing this to his wife by looking at his wife and her history and who she is. And just consider who's fucked in the head enough to marry Bryan and bear his children anyway. So that's where we're going with this segment. And that should round out the 2 hours before we drop another bomb. Just quickly. This is Olive Oil, who's lusting after my peen, asking how tall I am. And Bryan, 5'8". Bryan comparing himself to me to win her affection. Running round town with my name in his mouth. You really think that that shit isn't gonna backfire on you?
I'm gonna kill you, Adam. I'm gonna slit your throat. I'm gonna drive to Norway, Vidar. And I'll cast those blood runes on you!
This is Bryan talking to Maddiecat as he orders a cinnamon strudel.
You know, look,
listen.
5 years ago.
5 years ago.
I had one of the most embarrassing events happen in my life.
Now, we'll remind ourselves of that event later on. But Bryan was basically caught in a recording, begging for pictures, video recordings, begging to hold and touch
another man's penis. And Jim, his internet daddy, the man that he was running around town with at the time for clout, attempting to win favour with people by saying that he was responsible for the union of Jim and Jade on Skype back in the days of Gamergate. What happened was Jim dropped the stream and the recording of Bryan lusting after another man's penis, and that is what Bryan is referring to there. 5 years ago, I had an embarrassing event happen in my life and I wanted to kill myself. Well, Bryan, maybe you should have done.
Well, everything else was pressing down on me. And I wanted to kill myself. I mean, that's just reality, right? And then I just said, this ain't it. This ain't it.
Well, maybe it should have been.
Figured it out.
You figured it out. I don't think you did figure it out. Because you're talking to a tranny for 3 hours, 25 minutes. Giving it tips on how to be a tranny. I mean, having these conversations about your own marriage with this tranny. And for all and sundry, attempting to... I mean, there's literally a quote in this 3 hour, 25 minute, 18 second recording where Bryan literally says, hey, you know, one day... Let me just read it. Hey, one day when you have all the shit done, maybe I could give you a blowjob with my... No, sorry. One day when you have all this shit done, maybe I can give you a hand job with my mouth. That's what he says right there. One day when you have all this shit done, maybe I can give you a hand job with my mouth. Bryan. One day.
I mean, that's what you can do.
I'm glad.
How's it going, brother?
I'm glad that you didn't.
I'm glad that you didn't die, Bryan.
Do that.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
It is what it is. The eternal cry of the faggot.
I'm trying to see what I want to eat for breakfast.
What do I want to eat? Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, I mean, just take your time, you know.
Okay. I want to.
Hi, make it a Danish strudel.
Hey, make it a Danish strudel. Please, ma'am.
Stew, lettuce, tomato, onions, mayo, and ketchup, please. Oh. No cheese. Sorry, give me 1 second. Let me finish ordering and I'll be free. Sorry, I'm not trying to ignore you.
I'm not trying to ignore you, Troon. I'm just
Mayonnaise,
ordering a
ketchup,
Danish
lettuce, tomato,
strudel.
onion. Yes, ma'am.
As I have you on speaker in this restaurant and give you advice on how to job.
Yeah, I'm not trying to ignore you. Sorry, I'm starting my work day, so.
Starting his work day.
Usually they got a little, you know what I mean?
Starting his work day must be a busy job, eh, Bri? If you can stay on a call 3 hours into that work day and still lost after this tranny?
No, I don't know anything about that sort of thing. I kind of like these spaces.
I like this space.
I want to remove myself.
I want to remove myself from this. I need your advice, Bryan.
Sure.
I've had to log off on the internet.
This is very, very difficult on the set when it comes to this space.
I'm
Yeah,
experienced.
we're both in.
Yeah.
That's a very, very minute area. You got to really be tight of what you say and what you do.
You got to be tight with what you say, Bryan.
I'm not sure.
And what you do.
Myself, right? And
You got to be talking to the right people, eh, Bryan?
You just start by trusting the right people.
You got to trust them.
Yeah.
That's all right, Bryan.
You keep it copacetic.
You got to keep it copacetic.
Keep it copacetic.
Just a Danish.
What does that mean, Bryan?
Danish strudel.
I'm a low-level troon. With better illnesses. Well, I don't know the definition of words.
Thank you, please, ma'am. That's Danish strudel. How much is that Danish strudel?
So that's just like a little précis on Bryan and this Maddie Cat Troon. So we are going to explore the Maddie Cat Troon, sort of present it for what it is to you, go into some more of Bryan's call with it and calls with it. We'll go into some of the Chuckles stuff. Chuckles represent. Go into what Bryan was doing with a third person that he was trying to cheat on his wife with.
Then we'll go into Bryan's wife for the, what are we on? Third, fourth? For the other nuclear level drop, because I want to do the nuclear level drop on the second hour on Bryan's wife. So this is Massacre. And as you can see, it's a man, baby! It's a full-on hairy bald bloke. Bryan was well versed in all of these streams. In fact, he's right there in the chat on these no-view streams. All of them, in fact. Throwing his Discord handle and trying to slide up in this man's DMs. How odd. What strange behaviour from married father of two, Bryan Dunn. Look at that. Look at that nose. That's a, you know what that is, Bryan? That's a handsome woman, Bryan. Explore just how handsome it is. Just what drew Bryan like a moth to that flame. This is what it was sending to Bryan, by the way.
Hey guys, I just got this picture from Massacre. I don't know why though.
Well, now we know why, don't we, Bryan? Now we know why, because we've got, like, audio clips of you begging it to send you pictures with its tongue out.
Hey, I don't know why it keeps sending me shit. I don't know why. I'm married. I don't fuck around on my wife with a troon.
How odd, Bryan. How strange. You just keep receiving these things. How odd. Perplexing, even. Right. So that's Massacre. That's who Bryan was, like, cheating on his wife with. Any moment now, I will have audio on this. Just bear with me.
Get back. This is what you do. You want to be a good tranny, you get really nice tits, and you hit the gym, and you work out. You work out like a girl would. You do calisthenics, you get fit, you eat healthy, get a nice ass, nice legs, tuck it back.
Tuck it back.
Show it. That's what you do. Grow your hair out, put makeup on, hair laser removal of hair. There you go.
Yeah.
That's what they want. Be a trap. What they want. There you go.
Yeah, that's sort of what I've been doing. I've been trying to work out and stuff. But...
Well, that's what tranny chasers want. I can tell you that.
He can tell you that. He's a certified authority on that. He can tell you that. That's what the tranny chasers want.
People are very strange. Like,
a lot of people in the chat were like alcoholics and drug addicts.
Not me though.
my
Oh, trust me, Bryan.
It's just been like, just.
Will
getting all into your drug addictions, won't we, Bryan? You know what's coming, bro. I'm doing the whole thing. And, you know, the wife plays a factor in your drug addiction, doesn't it, Bryan?
You know what? But that's because he's gay.
Yeah.
He's gay, but not me.
A lot of the people in the sector don't like okay. A lot of people in the sector don't like trannies or gay people because either they're gay in the closet, gay, or they are perceiving themselves as like some turbo white nationalist. But their identity and what they represent to themselves and other people has nothing to do with politics. But they don't understand they're autistic. They'll get angry at you, right, for being a tranny, but they won't explain to you why they're mad at you. I'm sure you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Then yes. Die. like I know why. I can tell you right now why. Most people, the average normal person, is fed up with trannies because of a power dynamic in politics. They want to take over education in school, and they want to have political power in certain things. They want to put certain things. That's just one part of it.
I really need a piss, so I'm just going to set him down.
Goes around and wants to flag everything down that they don't like. It's a power dynamic. So the average person isn't going to like trannies because they perceive trannies as a political movement, not as a sexuality.
Yeah.
I think that's why.
But
they don't explain. But so when they see a tranny, they go, "Oh, all total trannies. All trannies have to die." Not everybody is perceived that way. I mean, even the right has that one. I can't remember his name. He hangs out with Alex Jones. I can't remember the name of him. You should know what I'm talking about. They've been on Destiny's show too. They have a big channel, YouTube channel.
Paul Joseph Watson.
No, he's a tranny.
Oh. Well, not Nick Fuentes. He's
not
there.
He's not a tranny. Hold on.
Noodle status strained.
They're in LA.
Didn't wash your hands.
They look like a real woman now. Kind of crazy how much surgery they got.
I see.
I see.
Let me type it in transgender interview.
This is a work
it
day.
Is... Damn it! What is their name? They're a right winger too, like a hard right winger.
Is it Blair White?
Yes, thank you. That's it. That's the one.
Oh yeah.
Couldn't remember.
I like her. She's cute.
Yeah, but that person started their career in Gamergate too. By the way, that was really.
I made its career. It was all down to me. I was king of Gamergate.
Yep. They transitioned fully, except that they kept the penis in the ball.
But then how did they transition fully, Bryan? But if they kept the penis in the
ball? They've always been against the idea of the surgery. I do know that when I watched her back in the day when I used to watch.
When he's watched back in the day, by the way, I mean, does he still watch Blair White and fabs to it all the time? It's simply not Bryan. I just don't know what you're talking about. But you heard there, sort of feigning ignorance of Blair White, sort of begging the Troon to remind him of its name. I'm just seeing lots of DMs coming through. So, whoa. Okay. Wow. All right. There's a recording here of Bryan saying that back in Gamergate, he was about to do the deed with Blair White. And apparently in this recording, Bryan has a dream about fucking Blair White. And visualizes all of his friends there. Now this is a trip in the past. Naked Ape, Sargon, Kraut, Gurpy, Harmful Opinions, and Jim. And this was the dream where Bryan was fucking Blair White. I might have to save that recording for later on. Because I don't want to derail this. So, Jesus. Bryan denying Blair White and stuff like that. Now, I just very quickly want to get into the third woman thing. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to deliver this segment in its entirety, and then you'll just have to wait for the Hazel shit. That other nuclear level drop. You'll just have to just hold your breath on this, because I need to do this properly. Now, that was the Troon, him talking to the Troon. Now, this is 7.5 minutes long, but we'll play the relevant parts. So, in this one, the highlights we can take from it are Bryan's wife calling Bryan and interrupting his call with the Troon. The fact that, like, Jim's stream yet again made him suicidal. How everyone in the sector's a faggot. And he's bragging about killing animals. Sort of taking glee at the torture of small animals.
Make the most sense out of it.
Yeah, but that's not... So feelings over facts, right? You hear that all the time. I'm not trying to down you. I'm not bullying you here, okay?
I'm not bullying you!
Right? Fact is...
I want to give you a hand job with my
you were
mouth.
made a certain way. You were born a certain way. You got the one draw of the stick. It could have been a 50-50, okay? And you... Hold on. Let me call you right back.
Okay.
My wife's calling me.
My wife's calling me. As I encourage you, Troon, to keep your penis. My wife's calling me. Notice how quick this call is with his wife, by the way, you know.
I can't tell wife I'm at work. Sorry, wife, I can't talk, I'm at work. Can't talk at the moment. I'm just at work.
It's detrimental.
Let me go back to talking to this Troon.
Like I was saying,
it's
detrimental because you aren't looking in yourself for what you need. You're looking at what people provide for you to feel a certain way.
Disgraceful behavior, bro.
And that's not healthy.
But it doesn't. Everyone gets like validation from people around them and likes that sort of thing, right?
Look, telling yourself, fuck people. People suck. You go drive, not on the internet, okay? You go drive down the road, people cut you off.
People suck, not me though.
You go in the grocery fucking store and people cut in front of you. They don't fucking listen. People fucking suck.
Yeah.
They just...
I don't know.
Because we're kind of selfish.
I don't know.
What's that?
Oh, well, it's just you were
You
saying
don't drive?
driving. No, I don't know how.
Easy. It's never going to be easy. You know? Look. 5 years ago...
We've done that one.
I mean, that's what you could do.
Yeah.
Trying to see what
I do...
Man, getting gas.
Anything about guns or anything.
Right.
Yeah, I kind of like these faces, but like I don't like keep it copacetic.
Oh, sorry.
More of a
gay. I'm gay. Worski's bisexual and back in Miami did a stream with a guy named Alex where he sucked his dick on camera. He's fucking gay.
They're all gay except for me.
Had a gay moment. Nick Fuentes is fucking gay.
Yeah.
Who else? Mr. Massacre likes fucking weird anime people. He might be gay. Gator's gay.
Whoa, chat!
Destiny sucked a dick before. He's probably bisexual, in fact, not gay a little bit too.
Yeah.
Vouch is bisexual. Who else? There's a lot. There's a lot of people who stream that are close to being gay, if not bi.
If you keep telling yourself you're all gay, Bryan, it doesn't hide the fact that you're gay. If you keep deluding yourself into thinking that the world is gay, like, it ain't gonna make you not gay. It ain't gonna normalize your behavior. It ain't gonna make what you do in the dark behind the back of your pregnant wife in any way okay?
They're all gay! Listen to me, Trud!
Now, this is the most fucked up one, by the way.
Walking and stalking the turkeys. Turkeys are very easy because they're very stupid. And they move in packs.
I'm gonna kill this turkey with my bare hands!
And there's something instinctual about slow stalking something, and then 50 yards, 40 yards, 30 yards, as they're moving and nailing it with a bow.
Admire my masculinity, Trud.
Gutting it, cleaning yourself, and then eating it. It's just
I'm hunting turkeys with a bow, Trud.
There's something about it that makes it appreciative for what you got when you do it that way. And you know where you got it from.
That sort of rounds out our Bryan Maddie Cat segment, but you can listen to the full 3.5 hours and more recordings of Bryan lusting after a troon. Now, I want to round out Bryan's extramarital affairs by dipping back in time somewhat to this stream. You might remember.
Now, this one sort of ties into the previous segment. And you feel as free as you want to discuss the character involved in this and explain this. I think this is quite pregnant, this one, Chuckles. So, here he goes. No. Retard Bryan wanted to fuck you and he had a jealous meltdown. Just explain the context of this screen cap.
Okay, so the day that I caught him lying was my birthday the day before, and he told me he was sick, he was deathly ill with COVID, he was in the hospital, he couldn't speak.
He said he was in the hospital, and he couldn't. He said he was in the hospital.
He was in the hospital.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, like I didn't fucking blow up his phone or anything. I'm like, cool. But like the next day, I texted him in the morning or something, and it was like I went to go do some shit. And it was like 7 hours later, and I get a call from Bastic Bryan, and Bryan's like...
Now, just quickly, can you clarify that the Bryan in question is our Bryan?
Correct. Yeah, you're
Correct.
Bryan,
You're on.
Bryan who told me I was beautiful. He's also married, which was fucking weird.
No,
You're beautiful!
Tells everyone he's married, where it's just good.
What? No! He told you you were beautiful.
Yeah, I posted that on Twitter as well because he just wants to lie about everything. He said that he never even called me and had this
I
conversation.
never even called that bitch! What are you talking about? You don't know what it's
We're
like!
gonna unpack this. I just want to go into this one just directly, and then we'll. So that was a shot. That was a left field. I didn't expect that one to come into the conversation. So
Didn't expect that one.
Grosty's saying no retard Bryan wanted to fuck you and had a jealous meltdown. So let's just clarify.
Clarification.
Did Bry of the Bryan Zone want to fuck you?
I mean, who doesn't? Just kidding. I don't know. Like, he claims to be happily married. It's weird that he's calling me beautiful in my DMs. That was uncomfortable. Like,
Right.
but I am homewrecker of the sector, so I do have a title to fulfill.
And so did Bryan have a jealous meltdown because of that?
I don't know if it was a jealous meltdown. It was a meltdown because that's all he does is have meltdowns.
Was Bryan the second man in this relationship, Chuckles? Was grossly jealous of Bryan?
No, not at all. I remember sending grossly like text messages like, "Hey, this is your friend." Like, so weird.
This is your
And
friend. This is fucking weird.
Sending me this shit.
And what would Grossly say in response to that?
Kind of like change the subject.
Okay.
He's like, well, oh, he told me that Bryan was one of his really good friends too.
Right.
And then later on, he was like, he's a crazy person.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay. So that is yet another bitch that Bryan's been running around his wife on. So, I know we're 5 minutes overdue on this drop. So I'm going to make this as good as I possibly can, really. So,
are you with me? This one, Bryan, we look at Hazel, except we don't have to look at the LinkedIn profile. But we might. We might. We may. We may do so. So, Bryan's wife... Bear with me. A lot of shit to get through. Why does Bryan keep running around town with Godwinson's name in his mouth, trying to fuck these e-bitches and e-men? Why is he doing this? Well, he's a happily married man, father of two. Perhaps, Bryan, it's because yo bitch, look at this. This is Hazel, Bryan's wife. And you can pretty much see the sort of mentality just in these two photographs of a woman that would marry Bryan and bear two of his children. No wonder Bryan doesn't want to go home at night. No wonder Bryan's fucking terrified. No wonder Bryan's thirsting for anything that's not this. Anything. Hazel. Bryan's doing it with every time, Hazel. This one's you. This one's dedicated. You know, like when he's walking round outside in the middle of the night on his phone? It's exactly what it is. It isn't just a guy, like, talking to his friends on the phone. It's exactly those suspicions that you have in your head. He's doing his best, his absolute utmost, to find another pussy or penis. He's doing his best. All of those suspicions that your family are saying, like, oh, I think he's like having an affair or attempting to have an affair, real, true. And in this nuclear drop, I'm gonna tell you, Hazel, of what Bryan's up to at work with his work colleagues. And you might be thinking, because Bryan's probably switched off the stream now. Bryan's thinking, don't believe him, he's a crazy man on the internet. Hazel, I'm going to give you all of the details that you need to know. And you probably do know, but I'm going to connect the dots for you. In this one, Godwinson connects those suspicions and dots and gives you some... gives you a bit of ammo here to change the locks. To pack his bags and send him packing. I'm going to connect those dots, Hazel. And you know what? I don't do this because I think you're an upstanding woman. I don't do this because I like you. In fact, I think you're probably on the same level as Bryan. I'm doing this because I think it's fun to break up your marriage. I'm doing this because I think it's fucking entertaining. I'm doing this because I'm the king of this sector. I could give two shits whether you or Bryan live or die. But you know what? I'm still gonna ruin your marriage. This one's for you, Hazel. Because the marriage is a sham, isn't it? Can we all just agree that it's a complete farce? It's a sham. Can we just accept that as a truth? And just accept this as actually a righteous act? Can we just accept this for what it is? Godwinson doing a bit of fucking charity work here. Can we just accept it for what it is? Hazel, this one's for you. And if Bryan has switched off the stream, this is the timestamp you need, of which when Bryan's out, like, at work, you can come back to and go, okay, alright. Because he's out of the house a lot, isn't he, Hazel? I did have a song for this. He's out of the house a lot. And you know what? Sometimes he is just talking to his friends on the internet, but I'm about to come in like a wrecking ball. Sometimes he is just talking to his friends on the internet, isn't he? But you know, sort of late, you've been sent a lot of screen caps and recordings of him talking to women that aren't you outside of your marriage. But, you know, okay, it's all sort of internet shit. Well, in this nuclear drop, gotta tell you, Hazel, what Bryan's doing when he actually is at work. So Hazel, do you remember when Bryan told you about that work colleague that was all up on him? That bitch that was all up on Bryan, the bitch that's 40 or turned 40 like a couple of months ago. That bitch he keeps telling you not to worry about. And these things are just happening to him. But he's spoken to HR at work and it's all sorted and she's just crazy. And none of what she's saying is true, Hazel, is it? Is it? It's all just a fiction. Question. How do I know that bitch turned 40 a couple of months ago? How do I know even about this situation? And how do I know the version of events that Bryan has told you? It's not as though I was the one that coached him to say it. It's not as though I was the PR man in your marriage, covering up Bryan's extramarital affairs for my own amusement. So let me tell you, Hazel, what happened during Bryan's co-worker's birthday. You know that one that he sort of appeared in late for? And then sort of, I don't think he even told you this one, because even we were like, this is too fucked, Bryan. We can't PR this one. So I'm going to tell you, at the same time I tell the sector. A few months ago, Bryan calls me in a frenzied panic. He begs for the attention of Persip. I'm like, I don't know where Persip is, but feel free to share your story, Bryan. What's going on? What's happening? Oh, I've just had a crazy day, Adam. All right. You've been working, haven't you, Bryan? Yeah, I've been working, but, you know, I got invited, Hazel. I got invited round to my female co-worker's house, this bitch that's just turned 40. She invited me round, Hazel. And I went, Hazel. And she was smoking weed, Hazel. So I went inside, Hazel. I went through the threshold, Hazel. And this bitch, Hazel, was drunk and high as fuck. So I sat down, Hazel. And I smoked weed with her, Hazel. And I also drank a few beers with her, Hazel. Because it was her birthday, Hazel. But you wouldn't believe, Adam, like, I was in the room and she was just grinding up on me. I don't know why this was happening, but it was. She was just grinding up on me. I mean, I did smoke a few and I did do a few shots with her because it was her birthday, but, you know, she was just grinding up on me, so I got out of there. How long were you there for, Bryan? Oh, you know, just a couple of hours. Why are you telling me this, Bryan, and why do you need the attention of Percy? Oh, I don't know, I feel like I've got to tell my wife. Yeah, maybe you should tell your wife, Bryan. Maybe you should tell your wife, like, all of the details. Because you went there, Bryan. You smoked with her, Bryan. You knew what was on the table, Bryan. And you were an active participant, Bryan. I got out of there, believe me, I'm just a family man. Now I know, Hazel, that you've been told a few times that there's nothing to worry about. But that version of events that Bryan told you about that night, he told his buddies straight after it happened, and we told him what to say to you. Now, God forbid he even told you even a word of it, but I do know you know about this bitch, and I do know that you have very high suspicions of what went on that night. And I do know the God's honest truth, the version of events that I relayed to you. And I even knew in that version of events from Bryan that Bryan was lying. That it didn't just end in a grinding. You might even say he went the full 9 yards because it was her birthday. But ask yourself this. Why would he, after all the arguments you've had about this bitch with Bryan, married man, father of your 2 children, why would he then go to her house on her birthday to smoke weed and do shots with her and put himself in that encounter where she did grind on him? And then why would he stay there for 2 hours and be an active participant in that? Just ask yourself these questions and keep asking yourself those questions as that marriage that you're in just disintegrates every single day. The sham marriage. Just have that in your head. Because what I have just told you is true. I could give 2 shits whether you believe it or not. But what I do know, Hazel, is that you're thinking about it as well. And I do know, if Bryan hasn't shut off the stream by now, that when this stream does end, there'll be some hard questions for Bryan. And what I also know is that Bryan's going to call his friends on the Discord call after your argument. Now, whoever those friends may be, doesn't really matter, Hazel, because I will be in receipt of that recording of Bryan screaming about you and how much of a cunt and a bitch you are and how he's wanted to leave you for years, how he feels trapped in this marriage, how he didn't even want the second kid, how it was an accident, how you were on the pill, and how he was screaming to his friends how you trapped him into yet another child, and you lied about being on the pill. How would I know this, Hazel? How would I know any of this? But I do know that that call will be recorded, and I do know I will have it on my hard drive. They are Bryan's friends, Hazel. This is what Bryan's doing to endanger you and your family. And it's... Remember Sarah, Hazel? Remember how he gaslit you and deluded you into thinking that Sarah was just a one-off? Well, don't you feel a bit like Sarah at the moment? Don't you feel like the walls are closing in, Hazel? Don't you feel like that crazy story you told about that old bitch kind of is your story now? Don't you feel that that's it? Godwinson didn't even go this hard at Gator. No, I didn't. But don't you feel like the walls are closing in, Hazel? If I was you, I'd get out now. Personally, if I genuinely was a decent woman, and I don't think you are, by the way, but if I genuinely was a decent woman, I've just given birth to my second child with this man, I would cut my losses and I'd run for the hills. But the show must go on. So, however the marriage plays out, Hazel, Godspeed. But let it be known that you were warned and you were given whatever this was. You were told everything that he's doing, and if you stay, it's on you, you stupid cunt. If you leave, then, you'll get some level of respect. I won't like you. I'll still think you are, this trashy whore that had the mentality to get knocked up by Bryan not once but twice. But you'll have a scintilla of my respect. But
you'll have a scintilla of my respect. Now, also, they didn't dox you, Hazel, just as a parting thought.
Those crazy internet people have doxed you, Hazel, look!
They didn't dox you, Hazel. They didn't show your LinkedIn profile on the internet and put it on their Twitter. They didn't do that. You know who did do that? Your loving husband. Your loving husband put a picture of your LinkedIn profile and your docs. Hazel Gray. He did this. He did this.
They're stalking my wife, so here, let me show you the phone of my wife and the name and...
Like, he did this, Hazel. He is constantly putting you and your children in danger. They aren't doing it. How do they know all of this? How do they even know where you constantly keep moving addresses to? Oh, it's because of him. It's because he is putting up on his public Twitter your full name, your LinkedIn profile, pictures of you, talking about the state of your marriage on an hourly basis in recorded Discord calls. Just leave that with you, Hazel. That's Bryan, your husband, that's doing this. It's not the crazy internet people. It's literally him. It always has been literally him. Am I wrong? Am I even wrong? Where is the lie? Like, that is straight spitting facts there. But we must persevere as we continue through our show. So we've done Hazel. I wanted to... Now, this might have been something, Hazel. Actually, as you're around, you might as well stick around to the end, Hazel. Now, this one, Hazel, did he write and show you? Or did you watch him write this? I assume you were in the room and he was telling you that this is what he was writing. Can you remember this one, Hazel? I'm waiting, Maddie. So this is the troon that he was VCing. And don't forget that he came off that call with you and made that 30 seconds long so he could continue talking to this troon about how he loves her and wants to give her a hand job with his mouth. This is him saying, I'm waiting, Maddie. You tried to ruin my life with this, and an I'm sorry doesn't cut it. You need to fix this and tell the truth. Tell the truth! Well, I gaslit my wife. I was trying to save myself, the troon says. You don't get to do that. You just gotta believe the gaslighting, Hazel, I guess. You just gotta keep going with the gaslighting. So... as you're sticking around to the end of this one, we'll continue.
I would never dox. I would never do such a thing, Hazel. I'm an innocent... Look, I'm just out there working in the fields. You know, all these HR complaints coming from work, I don't know why they happen.
I'm not just bringing this on myself all the fucking time. I sneak out to meet you. Honestly, at this point. Now, as I have been live, I've been sent a cavalcade of DMs and tweets and notifications, and the chat's been going wild as I've torched this friendship with Bryan. So I do just want to sit back and reflect, and then we'll hurtle towards the end. Will I take callers this stream? I don't know. I think Bryan should take callers. I think Bryan needs to explain himself.
But maybe I'll take callers. It depends. It depends. I'm thinking 3 hours. What I had envisioned with this one was 3 hours. So I'm thinking 3 hours, depending on how the material goes. Now, I do have quite lengthy recordings that I wanted to get into, but I might here's how I'm thinking currently. I might drop those on Christmas Day. If Hazel's still around and she's forgiven Bryan, I might just drop those on Christmas Day as they're opening the presents under the tree. As Bryan thinks he's safe, I might just deliver another present that they can unwrap on Christmas Day. There are no lows or limits to which I will not go by. Who did you think you were fucking with? You claim to know me. Well, how much do you know me now, Bryan? Merry Christmas, Bryan. Yeah, I'll save it for Christmas Day, Bryan. 25th of December. You know what's coming. Because hopefully this one's towards your marriage, but the next one will finish the job and finish any scintilla of internet respect that you might have. The next Christmas Day will drive you from the internet. For good. And the best thing is, you know it. I've had to go incognito in this because Bryan has blocked me, but remember this, Bryan? Remember that you begged and asked for this stream. Remember that you wanted this and you brought it on yourself, making these fucking stupid memes, trying to claim that you were the one that was snaked and not me. I'm just gonna let Gator dunk on you. Bryan, no. Bryan, no. And you know what, Gator? Because I'm thinking Christmas Day now, I'm saving that video that you sent through. But I'll prick tease it. So, obviously, we had a lot of cameos. We had cameos from PPP, Warski, Ralph, Assorted Fellows. And probably the best of those cameos was literally Shannon Gaines with a mask on. Screaming, Bryan, no! Sorry, Bryan! My arrival as internet is imminent. It was gold. And you know what? We are going to save that for Christmas. So you'll have to hold fire on that one, Gator. But, I mean, I appreciated it for what it was. And I hope you realise, Bryan, that the internet is joined in unison. Even Gator. To drink your blood and piss on your grave. If Gator can do that, it sort of shows you that's the legacy that you've built, Bryan. That's your legacy. Come by R in the section. I'm clearly going to have to read through a lot of these DMs later. But thank you all in sundry. As I'm about to ride the crest of my wave out here. So, right. Just bear with me because I'm looking for it. Okay, as we ride the crest of the wave, just a few more things which I wanted to get into this Bryan stream. Remember, oops, fuck. Oops, fuck. This was a selfie when Bryan was the armed toast, sending it to, this one wasn't a woman, but it was a man. Bryan working out in the gym and something. private DMs with me during that stream in a one-sided conversation with himself. Nuclear drop. Tyrannosaur.
Zoom in the chat. Holy fuck, Adam, shaking my head. This is the wildest faggotry I've ever seen.
So Bryan, guess he doesn't look in mirrors very much. Plague Gang swatted me while I was on a call with Squire right after that asshat. Fuck you, Adam. Fuck you for even doing this, nigga. Give them a call, Adam, asshole. Hey, Adam, is this fake too? Is this fake too? Right? Okay. So that's the crime number that you were sent on air when you were sent CP on air. Okay. Right. Is this fake too? You're a turbo faggot, Adam. Because we asked Bryan, all of us individually in one-on-one calls with Bryan, asked Bryan to describe what he was saying. All of us got various different accounts of what Bryan was actually saying. He couldn't get his story straight, and that's what prompted me to do my stream, Bryan, because we proved that you were a lying faggot.
This is an amazing lie.
Unreal. Where's this CPS proof, Adam? You gonna ask him? Where is it? Where is all of the lying shit from a pedophile? Post it, Adam Edge, you fucking faggo. Of course. Not gonna ask Zoom for any evidence of those insane stories. Let them lie. You hang out with pedophiles and swanners, Adam. That's who you are now. You're no better than Ashton Parks, you piece of shit pedo supporter. You and Fat Fuck got a lot in common. Just Bryan going off. Monologuing. You deserve Grossly's lies, Adam, you faggot. I hope Zoom doesn't fucking fuck you when he's done using you like the little bitch you are. This fake too, Adam? Like, Bryan, it literally has mememaker.ai there. This fake too, Adam? Well, you know what? Yes. I guess. Like, it has mememaker.ai. The crime number does not, in fact, pertain to you being sent CP on your phone by Weezus and reporting that and getting a crime number for that, as you falsely lied and said on your stream you were. This fake too, Adam? I guess so, Bryan. Did I swat people and call full stops on people, Adam? You didn't seem to ask Zoom for evidence, you faggot. Well, Bryan, I have the evidence right here. I have it here, Bryan. And if we have, I'm just going to check to see if we haven't been flagged. Have we been flagged? Pedophiles and swanners, Adam. That's who you are now. You're no better than. I don't think we've been flagged. So, let me produce my evidence, Bryan. Tell me why. Right. This is you, bro.
Hold on, Corey in the house. The next stream I do, you're calling in. If you don't call in, bro, not only am I going to ban you, I'm going to go back to the secure servers and I'm going to pull your docs because you're stupid. And I'm going to tell you why. You run your mouth every fucking stream. Now, I always assumed, Corey, that you were just a shitposter. You were like a contrarian like Ham, and I enjoy shitposting. Right? But then, right, the other day, we're making fun of the Keno Casino having a meltdown over Ethan Ralph. And guess who I see as a top pay pig in Ethan Ralph's Kick channel? Corey in the house, 81. And then I see you talking a boatload of shit for no reason. You keep mentioning my name. Oh, reason. Oh, no, copy. Hold on. No reason. You're talking a boatload of shit, making up a bunch of lies. Bunch of lies about me. And then, you know what I got? I got interested, Corey. I said, I wonder how many people were doxxed on the secure server site that Ralph ran that are now pay pigs at Keno Casino. And guess what, motherfucker? You're on the list.
I have your docs. You're on my list. I'm going to swat you.
Corroborator. There's like 5 or 7 of you guys in the Kick chat.
He has 5 or 7 of your doxes, and he's going to swat you.
Used on the secure servers when you donated to Ralph. You stupid fuck. Now.
Innocent Bryan. There's no evidence of Bryan dangle doxing and threatening to swat people. No evidence of that at all.
Because remember, I want it that way. It's all true. Godwinson's stream is Zoom stream. Godwinson's owned now, so I forget that part. Godwinson's just an agent of Zoom. All my enemies are the same enemy. I'm not Gator. I don't have the same paranoid schizophrenic delusions as Gator. No, I'm the only sane man in the sector. I'm Bryan Dunn. Alright, Bryan, like, Christmas Day. Every single time, Bryan, and you know it, because I told you. I told you that if you wanted it to end, if you really wanted the thing to end, you better reel it in. Because I recorded all of those calls of you begging me. A snivelling faggot that you are. Begging me. I recorded them. And like, look, I mean, I got 2018, I think 2021's in here. Certainly like 2019's in here, Bryan. And the last one's in here as well. You know who, like, taught me the technique of... I didn't have to, like, boot up my laptop and get you halfway through. No, it was actually Elaine that taught me how I can screen record on my phone. So any call, I can just get you on a hot mic, right? Merry Christmas. Now, it wouldn't be a fitting torching of Bryan if we didn't sort of do this one, really. And I'm going to play you out of this and round up the half hour. And might we just do this in full? Because the real Bryan has already had his internet daddy torch him before. The real Bryan has already had this happen to him, and it didn't stop him. It didn't cease his lust, his extracurricular activities. Where is it? Bear with me. The real Bryan has already sat in this seat before. The real Bryan has already... is that Outlines PTSD kicking in for you yet, Bryan? Is it kicking in yet, bruh?
Free to spam whatever shit you like to...
I'ma let Jim just finish.
That's because mods are gay.
And I'll see you at Christmas,
I'm not here to babysit
Bryan.
you and police what you
Ho,
say
ho,
in
ho.
the YouTube chat. So there are no wrenches getting handed out here today. It's not going to be happening. Not the sort of thing that I'm into. So feel free to spam whatever shit you like to spam. It's what makes streaming half the fucking fun. So what a couple of months it's been. I like sucking cock portion of the audio.
Why are you trying to sleep with a married man? Tonight, okay? About
20 minutes. So let's segue into that audio.
Let's segue into that audio.
Remove chat here. And just get
Let's
everything
segue into that audio.
The audio
Yeah.
quality of this as it plays through. But I received a message from somebody. That individual had a selection of audio that they sent to me. And they said,
This is
Jim,
your
you
lifeline.
like to fuck with people, and you say you're a troll, but you probably never play something like this. And I took the challenge up. I took the audio and I said, I will play it. I will play the secretly recorded
Is he
audio
dead yet, folks?
of King of Bull. Now that individual, for those of you wondering, he said he didn't have a problem with his name being known. That individual was Invisible Crane. And he wanted me to say this before we get into the audio proper. His message to King of Bull was, you sure like to fuck with me, Bryan. Let's see who's laughing now.
Let's see who's laughing now.
So without further ado,
Let's see who's laughing
This
now.
audio, by the way, is 30 minutes, so buckle the fuck in. Okay? 30 minutes. We're going to take breaks in between as the audio plays out. Some information has been redacted to protect the innocent. But aside from that, the audio is just going to play out as the audio is. Prepare yourself, chat.
Chat.
This is going to be something.
Oh boy,
cool.
chat.
I'm getting flashbacks.
Okay? About some things that happened when I was drunk. And
I was
Danny wanted some
drunk.
answers. Did he tell you?
I was drunk.
Tell me what.
Alright, so the other night, Danny, me, and Andrew, I think Andrew recorded it. We're in a call, and I said some things to Danny.
Andrew and Danny did tell me that you said you wanted to suck his cock.
Alright, well, I said a lot of things to Danny, but anyways. So, I tried to talk to Danny about it tonight when I was drunk, and
I was
Danny
drunk!
was busy. Mm-hmm. But I might have said some things, and I don't know how Danny feels about it.
I was drunk.
Why? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Why are you trying to sleep with a married man?
I'm not trying to sleep with a married man. What's wrong with you?
Oh boy.
Boy,
I don't know if you caught that, chat. If you might
Chat.
have an idea of what might be taking place here. There's a very subtle reference there, aside from the I like sucking cock portion of the audio. Sleeping with a married man. Jeez, hey now. It's
Oh
2018.
boy.
Okay, you just need to get the fuck over it. It's a new day. It's a new dawn. All right, just get the fuck over it. There's nothing to be embarrassed about, Bryan. You need to embrace this.
Embrace it, Bryan.
Go to the closet, buddy, and tell the world that you love dick.
Oh boy.
I think
Whoa.
We'll get rid of this. Okay. We're only 40 seconds in. We're only 40 seconds in. Okay.
Stop. Stop. He's already dead.
Let us continue. Let us continue with this masterpiece.
This was 7 years ago, by the way.
Well, I mean, you're cheating.
I didn't say that.
You're,
I didn't say that.
Well, Danny's married.
I didn't say I was sleeping with a married man. Why are you saying that?
You said you
put words in my mouth.
I wanted to die. 5 years ago, I was going to kill myself.
I was trying to sleep with a married man. Why are you putting words in my mouth?
But you want to.
You don't know what it's like.
No, I didn't say that.
What did you say?
I told Danny I think he's cute.
He's
You know what he
cute.
looks like?
Yeah, I've seen a picture of Danny. I asked for Danny a picture, and he was like, why? And I had to tell Danny why. And then I like Danny's attitude. I always thought Danny was cute for about a year now.
Well, he wouldn't let you.
Yeah, he said he felt awkward about it.
Yeah, he said you'd have.
And then I told Danny, I said I don't want to ruin a friendship, so please don't get mad at me.
You'd be catching. You understand that, right?
You'd be
What does that
catching,
mean?
Bryan.
It means you'd be taking it in the ass.
No, fuck no. I'm sorry. That's not happening.
That's.
No.
Do you know why?
Danny's out of his mind if he thinks that's what's going to happen.
Well, if that's the only way it'll work.
Is it? Is that the only way this is going to work? Does the mysterious Danny need to be the top? We'll only find out if we play more audio. There's some golden quotes in
Play
this
it,
one.
Jim.
So you're
Play it
probably gonna
again,
You're
Sam.
going to want to set those fucking recorders to on.
Play it
Because
again.
I've had a little bit of a preview of this. There's some spicy shit coming up. All right, we're 2 minutes in.
We're 2 minutes in.
Well, Danny's married, so that's
Do you know what the rules of engagement are for gay sex? Whoever has the bigger dick pitches.
All right, Danny. Now you're never going to do that, Griffey. So get over it.
Okay, I was telling you, if you wanted to pursue that, you would have to catch.
No, I'm not going to. He's married. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but
Bryan.
that didn't stop you from the other.
Blocking me won't stop me.
Right. Well, I mean, like, I don't know. Dan doesn't live here either. So I've been
Sometimes you have to unmute it, but like, it's still blocked.
But Danny just didn't find that out till tonight, and then I thought he was gonna. And then I thought.
Closing your ears to
I'm
me.
going to chime in occasionally,
Won't
in
stop
between,
me.
interspersed for our audio here as we listen along with just some key points. I invited him down to where I live, or Tampa, or wherever, for all the wrong reasons. I wanted a married man to come down here for all the wrong reasons. That's some spicy stuff from a dude that calls himself King of Pole.
Just gonna ruin a friendship because I was like, I don't want to be like super gay and him being like a really awkward.
Then don't tell him he's cute. That's super gay.
I already did.
Well, that's super gay.
He said he appreciated it, but he didn't know what to say about it, and he felt really uncomfortable.
He actually said he knew.
He knew,
what do you
Brian.
mean he knew? How would he know?
We all knew,
He said
Brian.
he knew that you were hitting. He had a feeling that you were hitting on him.
No, he didn't know that.
No. My family think I'm a crazy gay man on the internet. You don't know what it's like.
Why would he know? I mean, there's no way he would know. Come on.
Maybe he can tell.
My dad rapes kids.
That maybe he could pick the vibes that you were flirting with.
I wasn't flirting with him. Why was I flirting with Danny? Come on.
Oh, when you said you wanted to suck his penis.
This audio is rough.
You know, I'd have to agree. If you tell another man that you want to suck his penis, that's probably considered flirting. Another little pro tip for any of the listeners out there: if you're first time on the internet, maybe not get drunk and have a conversation with another person about how gay you are. Because one day that recording might come to bite you in the ass. Just a friendly tip from Jim.
I was drunk.
Yeah, so you were flirting with him because you were drunk.
Maybe.
But you'd have to catch because his penis is bigger.
No, I don't take any dick in the ass.
Well then.
Oh, you do, Brian.
Then you're not following proper gay sex protocol.
No, I'm not. I am. Danny, I'll suck his penis, but I'm taking Danny in the ass. It's okay.
No, because Danny's penis is bigger.
No, it's not. What are you fucking
talking about? Yes, it is.
Whatever, dude.
You getting flashbacks yet, Brian?
I'm trying to have this argument right now. I'm not. I don't take dick in the ass. That's like a big thing with me. So Danny's just gonna have to deal. Besides, Danny's married.
Mm-hmm.
So that's never gonna happen. Period.
I mean, I'm not gay or anything. I'll suck that dude's dick, but he's not fucking me. I'm gonna fuck him like a straight man would. Yeah. I don't know if that computes. I'm having a little difficulty with that logic. Maybe that's just me. Maybe this new millennial mindset means that you can fuck dudes in the ass and that's totally hetero. Everybody's so different these days. It's hard to keep track, isn't it? We're only 4 minutes in. Fun times ahead.
4 minutes.
You're becoming.
What?
You're becoming like Milo Yiannopoulos levels of
No,
sexual.
I'm not. And Milo Yiannopoulos is a massive narcissist. That's really fucked up, dude.
No, I'm saying in terms of like the sexual deviancy.
Not really. I keep it pretty private. I mean, I've been like that for a long time, but I keep it super private.
Yeah, but you're in like a lot of flings right now.
Well, I mean, like with women, yeah, but like I'm not trying to have a serious relationship either.
Right.
So I don't mean, you know what I mean?
But honestly, if I were in your position and a girl just wanted to come over and have sex like tomorrow, I'd be like,
of course.
I'd be like, no,
Why?
Monster
Why?
Hunt because Monster
No,
Hunter.
are you out of your mind?
I'm not out of my mind.
She's hot. No.
Doesn't matter.
Dude, she works at Angry Elephant Tattoo Shop and she's a piercer. Are you fucking out of your mind?
I don't let the pussy control me like that.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a Chad thing to be saying to a man that's talking about sucking cock. I don't let the pussy control me. I'm gonna go play some Monster Hunter. You have fun sucking dick on the internet, champ.
Yeah, fun sucking
Seeing
dick
a lot
on
of
the internet,
new nicknames in the chat. I'm seeing a lot of King of Pauses. King of Pauses has a nice ring to it.
Queen of Pause.
Told you this audio would be fun. Told you we'd have a good time. Only 5 minutes in. Let's keep the show going.
Yeah, but I want to have sex with her because I haven't had sex with her before, so I don't know what you're trying to get at.
Sex can wait.
No, Gerby, I'm having sex with.
I've turned down sex for Dark Souls.
Gerby. No.
I've turned down sex for Dark Souls. I'm just
Gerby,
saying.
you have a picture. Yeah, but but like on real talk. I told Danny tonight. I said, Danny, I think you're cute. I like your attitude. I've been liking it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I find it flirty when you talk to me a certain way, and he was like really uncomfortable about it. So I didn't want to ruin a friendship.
I want you to imagine that. I want you to imagine you've got an internet friend who knows that you're married and completely straight, and they're sending you drunken ravings, talking about, I think you're cute. I like the way you treat me. Would you mind if I suck your dick and maybe let me fuck you in the ass? I get it that you only like girls, but King of Paws is looking for a neg hole. And baby, you got a beautiful neg hole.
I think I did.
You didn't, don't worry.
I don't know.
To answer your question, I do.
It's actually rougher hearing it
tell you this?
when we've gone through the preceding 3 hours.
Well, what do you think he would do?
Because none of the behaviour's changed, has it?
I thought he would get really freaked out.
You haven't learned anything.
No, we just had a chuckle.
Literally nothing has been learned over the course of the 7 years from which this.
Okay, we understand. You just turn into the liberal side.
I'm not turning to the liberal side. Fuck liberals. They're fucking. I'd kill them all.
You're exploring your own explorations.
You're growing as a beautiful individual. You're exploring your explorations and becoming a liberal now, King of Paws. Next thing you know, you're going to be marching. You're going to be with her. Hillary 2020, here we come.
Here we come.
No, liberals are gay.
And so are you.
No.
Yes.
I'm the right kind of gay.
He's the right kind of gay.
I'm not even gay, so I don't even know what to call it.
It ain't gay to suck a man's dick.
Whatever.
To answer your question, yes, I do have a dick pic, but I'm not sending it to you because I'm not proud.
Send me his dick.
Send me it.
I'm not gonna send it.
I want to see it.
Send me his dick.
Begging. He's begging.
The
right kind of gay.
Send me his dick back.
I was drunk.
It's not funny. Send me his dick.
You just demanded me to send you a dick.
Yes. I want to see Danny's dick.
I don't have Danny's dick.
Oh, I thought you said you had Danny's dick.
No. I have mine.
Well, whose dick do you have? I don't want to see your dick. I'm not into you, Gerby.
Good.
No.
I'm just touching grass.
I've shared it with. I've shared it with.
I love my wife.
Danny, yeah, but see, Danny. I think Danny likes guys too.
He doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
I don't believe he does.
I think he does.
I think you're just projecting what you want.
No, I'm not. Listen to me. Listen. All right. I picked up some vibes like 6
vibes.
months ago, and I thought he was like.
Who would have ever guessed that the exceptional detective would have a malfunctioning gaydar? The best internet detective around has a broken gaydar. Just walking up to straight dudes. Let me see your dick. I'm not a homosexual liberal. I just want to suck your dick.
What kind of...
Like, Danny says and does things where, like, he's like that... Like, okay, you remember in elementary school that one girl, like, when she liked you, she'd just bully you? You know what I mean?
No, because I bully Danny all the time.
Yeah, but it's not that same type of thing. Danny's specific. And, like, he acts like one of those little girls in elementary school that bullies the boy that he likes. I'm just saying, like, I think
how does he bully you in a way that you think?
Like, all right, look, listen. I think Danny is, like, bi. I think he's bi. That's what I think.
I can call him right now and ask.
Yeah, ask him. I think he's bi. I think, like, he's pansexual or bi. It's one of the two.
Yeah, I don't know how this stream is
still
surprised. The indestructible person.
I see a few people in chat asking, who is Danny? Well, apparently Danny is the man whose cock King of Bull is lusting after. He wants some of that man meat. He's got a hungering.
It's like poetry. It rhymes, doesn't it, Bryan?
That's who Danny is. Danny's the poor, innocent, married, straight dude who's apparently being propositioned for sex, and whose dick pic is being requested quite repeatedly. Lucky boy.
You think he's bi, Gerpy?
I don't think he's bi. I think he is a sexual deviant, but I don't think he's...
I thought about sending him like a dick pic, but I don't know how you'd feel about that because he was already uncomfortable.
Disgusted, I imagine? You might think that's the sound of King of Pole typing on his keyboard.
But I wanted a pic of him tonight.
They're the clicks of a man smacking his chops.
Because you're going to fap to it.
No, I don't do that.
Oh, you don't?
I don't do that.
Fuck no.
Then why would you want his dick pic? If it's a dude you're saying you want to suck off, and then you're asking for a picture of his cock, what possible reason other than you are going to masturbate to it would you fucking want that picture for?
Why would you want this, Bryan?
Bad at lying.
I'm very specific with my boys.
I'm going to rewind that one. He's very specific with his boys. I don't know if you caught that. Particular taste. Very, very specific about my boys.
I'm very specific with my boys. Also, I like Subways, and Danny's not a sub.
Yeah, he's not. That's why I said you'd have to...
Danny's straight, Bryan. He's a straight married man, unlike yourself.
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah, he would.
No, he wouldn't. He would. He'd refuse.
No, I don't give a fuck. I'd tie him up.
He'd tie him up.
What? No.
Oh, sick
Yeah.
fuck.
Yes.
No.
Yes, I would.
Just an honest family man touching the
So he wants
grass.
to kidnap poor innocent straight Danny, tie him up and make him a sub boy. Because he's very specific about them. This is the pansexual lifestyle, apparently.
How you didn't check after this, Bryan, God only knows. It's shameful. Utterly.
You have a picture of Danny?
No, I don't.
Gerpy.
I actually don't.
Gerpy.
God damn, how thirsty are you, man? He asked that for like the last 4
This
minutes.
guy's
We've only listened for 10 minutes.
struggling,
and 4
wandering
minutes
in the
of it
desert, and he's
has been
just seeing a decanter in the
repeated
fucking
requests
sand there, and that
for
decanter's in the
pictures
shape of Danny's
of this
penis.
dude and pictures of his dick. Long fucking break of silence, like 10 seconds of
Drinking
silence, then right back into it. You got any pictures of him?
I know you.
I don't. You're wrong.
Come on.
He's a manlet.
I know.
And he used to have hair on his shoulders.
Oh, no, don't tell me that. See, that's like such a turnoff.
I think he shaved it. He said he shaved it.
I want like a clean. I picture him as like a clean shaven like British guy.
You picture wrong.
Yeah, you picture.
You know what makes this extra funny to me? Because I was smugly chuckling, like the stepfather would, earlier when this audio was sent to me. Because today, Joakim sent a picture of his testicles to King of Pole as a joke. What he didn't realize is Pole probably liked it a little more than Joakim realized. He likes those smooth cut sub boys. So your nice hairless ballsack, Joakim, is probably on his computer right now as he's jacking off while this is taking place.
That's the reason why we no longer see Joakim anymore, by the way.
He's not clean shaven.
He just seppuku'd.
I hope he is, because I don't date guys with hair.
Well, then you're not going to date him.
Yeah, I think he's bi. He's still green. He's online right now.
He's still green!
He answered the phone and he said, I'm sleeping. Dude, I'm sleeping. Tell him I don't want to talk about it. Good night. That's what he said. If you tried anything, you'd be like, Bryan, bend over.
Yeah, but like, I have to see a picture of him. See, the problem is like, I like his attitude. I don't know what he looks like.
That's...
Now, the thing is, Bryan...
I'm sensing we might have an emotional connection here. I've been noticing blood sports for...
The thing is, Bryan, over the years, has tried to explain away this. We've all seen the coats, and we've all seen Bryan's, like, sheepish defense of his actions here and how he trots out the fact that he was going to kill himself, he was going to die, it was embarrassing, he was just drunk. We've all seen that, haven't we? Like at length, many, many times over the years. But I want to unpack a lot of Bryan's excuses for that before we go back into it. So, over the years, Bryan said, I'm going to read, like, his explanation here. Tomba lied. Gerpy lied and goaded him into saying all of the gay stuff in the Outlines audio. He was under duress. His hands were tied. Well, it's really funny you say that, Bryan, because I have Danny's DMs from the next day that prove otherwise. You weren't goaded. Those DMs where you hashed it out with Danny, remember those ones? And you apologised profusely? Remember those DMs, Bryan? Yeah. So all of your bullshit explanations over the years will just be blown asunder, bro. Because the reality is, you are a crazy gay man on the internet. Or at the very least, a bi man on the internet. There is no low to which you won't stoop. You are the worst of humanity, Bryan. Quite literally. And weird parasocial friendships, you sexualise because you're gay. Because you're a fan. To the point where you're literally on air begging for outlines. You're begging for shapes. You don't even know what the people look like when you're doing it. You know what that makes you? That makes you gay. Literally. That's the definition. Almost. Isn't it? You were born this way, Bryan. And in the 40 years of life that you've had, it's never going to change. The urge, the lust you have for another man's cock will never go away because you were born this way. You were born this way and I guess you were molested a bit. And that sort of made you who you are. You are a crazy gay man on the internet. Your family think that. We think that. The only one who doesn't think that, I guess, is your wife. And hopefully, she's changing the locks as we speak.
For whatever reason, JF, when he and Andy were having their breakup, JF said that it was a emotional...
Takes me back.
Now, King of Bull, involved in hunting down cockpicks, likes his attitude. I haven't seen what this dude looks like, but he treats me so badly. I just want to be his little boy slut.
Jesus.
Oh, God. We're only halfway through.
He's only halfway through.
What? Like, I...
The glee with which Jin did this stream
Why do you
is...
have to make fun of me, man? Like, I'm trying to come out to you guys. You know how many people have
It's a tutorial on how the Kino Dog by 2007 starts.
I know, it's just so funny hearing you say things like that.
Well, come on now, Gerpy. You guys know I've been gay for a year. Come on. Or not gay. Not gay.
Uh-oh.
Somebody slipped up. We're not pansexual anymore.
Uh-oh. He slipped. He slipped and he fell on his ass.
No, we didn't.
How did you not know?
Because...
How did you not know? How did you not know, looking at me, that I am a raging homosexual? How did you not know, looking at me, that I lust for cock pictures? How did you not know that I wanted to trick you into coming to Tampa and tie you up and make you my little sub boy?
Couple more minutes.
How did that slip past you?
Dude, I was sexting Naked Ape. Are you kidding me?
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
We're drawing more people into the fun time.
Shit.
Let's back that one up.
More skeptics from Game of Game.
I think Naked Ape might have something to say about this stream. I like your ankles and his mouth attached to your penis. Come on, just send me your dick pic. And he's trying to let him down so gently about it. I have some dick pics, but the angles aren't really great. I want to work on the lighting a little bit. Maybe get it professionally done really highlight my best features before I start sending gay men on the internet pictures of my penis.
Because the thing is, mine's like a bit thicker than normal. So from certain angles it looks smaller than it is because proportionately I'm a little thicker.
Bryan smacking his lips.
But no, so the reason I wouldn't, I'm not really into the idea of butt stuff is because even if like a cute girl was like, "Hey, I'll stick my finger in your butt," I'd be like, it'd be because it's not clean.
Oh God, Gerpy, come on, you wipe your ass.
I do. It's just I'd be afraid that it wasn't completely clean. You know what I mean?
Gerpy.
I'm just saying. No, it's the same way about. And I feel the same way about. Unless they cleaned it beforehand, I'm hesitant. Like I'd have had to clean it beforehand. You know what I mean?
You hear the tickety-tackety tacking of his fucking keyboard in the background?
Tickety-tackety.
I think he's Google searching ass eating right now.
That's exactly what he's doing.
What are you gonna tell me about my stuff? Well, dude, I don't really like having people play with my ass. I'm a straight man. Oh, come on. I just want to stick my tongue in there and I just want to suck the sherbet shit right out of your poop chute. What the fuck is this audio?
It's brutal.
Yeah.
Like I'd have had to prep. I'm not gonna do it I'm not gonna do it straight up at the moment. I'd have had to prep.
That would be the redaction I was talking about earlier.
What?
So I wish Danny wasn't asleep. I want to talk to him.
Oh.
See, now he knows. This is weird.
It is a bit weird.
Also, I should note the audio you're hearing, the music track that starts playing in the background, that was added by the other call participant. It's a nice
and now
choice.
we
I would've
reach
gone
our
with the
crescendo.
training end, but Rhythm of the Night seems to fit this pretty well. Yeah, you know, I always hear stories about how
The full
dudes are,
package, the full Bryan, has been presented tonight, but there's still more
time,
presents to
trying to get
come.
nudes,
And you
trying to
know what?
get or hit
I'm
on
going to take great glee on
you know,
dropping it on
that kind of
Christmas
stuff.
Day.
We're seeing the gay version of that. It's been nothing but 20 minutes of him asking for pictures and then wishing Danny was on.
Yeah.
So he could be his beautiful little pansexual sub-boy.
But he's all married.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about that. I just, I don't mind flirting on the internet.
Right.
I see you, Chad. Queen of Pole.
That was where that came from, guys.
I'm gonna go to
That was
bed.
the first instance of Queen of Pole on the internet.
Please fucking don't
History.
tell Danny or your Discord friend. I don't really need my thread bomb.
I told you I don't talk to
yes.
anyone on Discord anymore.
This is really, really sensitive to me. Just
Right, I understand. I don't talk to anyone on Discord.
You swear you're not gonna this isn't gonna go into Kiwi Farms?
No, I would never do that.
I would never do that, Bryan. All your friends do this, by the way, Bryan.
Chad, now
They
you have
still
to
do.
promise me, all 14,500 of you, that you won't put this onto Kiwi Farms. Because that would be very bad. He doesn't want that. Queen of Pole is totally fine with flirting with people online, but he doesn't want his thread getting bombed. So keep it a secret. It's a secret between all 14,500 of us.
And that's where that came from. That's where that Godwinson came
Remember when
Students of the Keynote Dog
you
2007.
censored for being too hot?
You're a really good friend, man. I'm sorry for being such an asshole.
Oh, that's alright. I don't know how they found out about. I mean, they probably just put the pieces together one day.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I only find Danny attractive out of our group. Only because, Danny's attitude, I like his attitude, because he's really rough with me.
Oh, he's so rough with me. I just love it.
That's a straight man, by the way.
To me. It's just so good. If you want to get on Queen of Pole's side, if you really want to get in good with him, you got to go treat him roughly. And just remember that. If you're looking for a boyfriend tonight, chat, just be rough with him. Just be dominant.
Just try to find my outro song.
What?
Do you understand how silly that sounds?
Yeah, but you don't understand. Like, Danny always, like, responds to me like he's just... He acts like that girl in elementary school that's, like, bullying you, but she really likes you, and, like, it's kind of hot.
I don't know. I don't see it.
I just couldn't get into Danny because, like, I don't know what he looks like, but...
Censored for being too hot.
But, like, if he could keep treating me the way he does, like, that's so hot. That's so hot.
He just verbally abusing you?
Yeah, I kind of like it. He doesn't verbally abuse me. Like,
So, Bryan's a faggot, and we are finishing our stream on an absolute bagger.
My family! Can I give you a hand job with my mouth? Please, ma'am?
My child arrived just the other day. She came to the world in the usual way, but there was chaos to run and slurs to say. She learned to walk while I was away, and she was taught before I knew it. And as she grew, she said, "I'm gonna be like you, Dad. You know I'm gonna be like you." And I'm true, and I'm just born and coming true. Keep on trying, jobs will come through. When you log off, Dad, I don't.
Oops, fuck.
I was really drunk. You don't know what it's like. This is the rhythm of the night. The night. Oh, yeah.
The masterclass. Bryan, I strike again at Christmas Day to be precise. I'll do it just as you're unwrapping the presents under the tree. Hazel, if you're still there, your feet to the fire as well. You're married to a crazy gay man on the internet. This has been the rhythm of the night. And that's my show. Thank you, Speds and Spurks. Until the next time. We'll go to the chorus. This one's for you, Bryan. Here's my outline. There you are, son. All you begged for, all those years, is right there.